Hello, Cappy Jen. Hello, my love. I'm just sending out all the blessings. Prosperity, health, wealth. Number 33. It's working. It's working. The miracles of manifestation. The miracles of good, high intentions. Miracles and blessings. For anybody who comes into my life, transfers their energy with me. And if you're open to receive, these are blessings of health, wealth, love, and prosperity. This is good luck. This is acceptance for the things that can't be changed, but it's also welcoming in the blessings that are coming in, my loves. This is all happening. Can you comment your name, please? IXIAR. Could I see your name, please? I'd love to give you a reading. Especially if you're feeling low, because that's the reason why I did a particular blessing this morning. There's a lot of cleansing in this. I did a lot of breath work before I came on, and the visions that I was having were quite intense. So I know a lot of the collective readings today are going to be darker than usual. Theo. I think I didn't recognize your energy because you're a little bit darker than we last spoke. And what I mean by darker is in a different space. Theo, can we get specific for you? Let me ask Spirit and my ancestors and angel guides what's happening. How can I help you? What will help clear your mind? What will help clear your energy right now? What are the answers you're seeking? What's making you feel this way? There's a core reason why you feel like giving up. What triggered that? And I know there may be multitude of things, right, that have happened to contribute to this feeling, this energy. But there is a specific cause. I'll give you a second. Thank you, Miss Mimi. I love you. Beautiful. Thank you so much, everybody. If we could all transmute as much positive energy as we can Theo's way right now. I've set a lot of protection up. A lot of protection. Yes. Okay. That would be rather triggering. Before I even get to the cards, I had a feeling she was coming home today. There's this video that caught my ears a couple of days ago that I was listening to. I think it was like a TED talk or something. I don't know. I wasn't really watching what it was. It was more the content I was consuming or had on in the background while I was carrying on with things, getting things done. But it got my attention because what they were talking about was about a lot of what I speak of here on my channel, about obsessiveness, and whether this obsessiveness, and I can barely articulate the words because You know, there's a lot of frequencies and energies at the moment that are creating a lot of chaos, a lot of confusion, but it's also a lot of delays and a lot of delays in technology. So you may already be starting to feel Mercury retrograde come in and noticing glitches in technology and delays in responses and, you know, difficult conversations, confrontations. And Mercury retrograde is definitely the season of clearing out what hasn't been cleared out, and this is the first intense retrograde season of the year, of the astro year. And part of what you've done to yourself, may I just say this, and part of what's happened in your energy and part of what's gone on with yourself in this equation is what called you to look at. I understand, okay, sorry, you just answered my question. I understand you went and had a look at the profile, the WhatsApp, maybe to see if she had messaged you, if Jade had come to contact you, and you noticed that the profile picture is still there. But that action within itself was hurtful. Like it hurt you, and it's brought you now to the place where you're wanting to give up. And there's a lot of reasons why you shouldn't, of course, being the first thing that I want to say. But I want to go straight into the Miracle Healing Tarot for you at the moment, at this point in time. Clear, please. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides of the Most High, guide me clearly. Allow me to hear clearly, see clearly, feel clearly. Allow me to hear clearly, see clearly, feel clearly. Allow me to hear clearly, see clearly, feel clearly. Ground yourself. Ground yourself. Now is the time to really, really go within. I've got a video that I'm going to send you when I hop off this live, and if you could send me a message, Theo, just to remind me, because sometimes when I'm channeling I can forget conversations that I've had and readings that I've done. And as I'm speaking to you, my throat chakra is closing up a lot. So there's definitely an element within you that's feeling like you can't express yourself. That's feeling an inability of being able to express yourself emotionally, right? Grounding ourselves. I will read this card to you, and I will read this out. 15, the number 15 is here as well, which is in numerology, if we bring this down, it's the number 4. So when we look at the number 4, it's about our stability, it's about our foundation, the number 4. It's about what we've already built and constructed and what we're now manifesting within what's been built and constructed. And 444 might be a number that you're seeing often. You might also see the number 6 as well. And the number 6 is about inner balance. There's this video that I was watching, back to what I originally started speaking about. And this video that I came across was talking, it was a Sadhguru video. And Sadhguru was talking about the external and internal. And when we seek and source our happiness, our balance, our success externally, then there's always the element of it will be taken away. It can be taken away. So already, even though we're starting out on something, because our energy is invested in something outside of ourselves, in your circumstance, in Jade, because this focus and this energy is so attached to that circumstance, and what we think about, we bring about, right? So the energy, because there's feelings, our energy, thoughts become feelings, because feelings have such a frequency, because they are so strong, and what we think about, we can bring about, right? So regardless of anybody else's free will, we are manipulating our external environment. This is just breaking down what Sadhguru said into a couple of seconds. This was like a 2-hour-long video. But basically the element of what he was trying to say is that while all of our success, so financial success, emotional success, I just saw the number 22, while because when life is all about comparison, right? When we've got the idea that we've come here to compete against others, to have what others have, and that conditioning starts from the second that you're born. We're constantly watching, seeing, hearing, and being educated in our curricular systems about even comparing it to the person next to us. Look, and through motivation, right? There's a lot of motivation instead of inspiration. And we talk about being motivated instead of inspired. And when we seek that externally as the source of our success, when our happiness, when our motivation is external, then we're always going to find ourselves feeling in the energy where we're sad, like we want to give up, because it's the the bigger picture, the result, the outcome of what it is that we're hoping, desiring, and looking for is reliant on another person's input to make it happen. So it takes it out of your control. You become a slave to your desires. You become a slave to your motivations and your inspirations because they're external to you. When we go to work and we work for somebody else and they're telling us what to do, we feel like we're getting paid to do it. But there's still an element within our body, within our energy, that wants to be able to have a voice, that wants to have the freedom. What is freedom? And then that gets into an even deeper question, and sometimes that's sourced externally. And maybe when the focus is so strong and there's still fear present and there's still sadness present, even though your energy is of wanting to draw in and attract, and you're strongly feeling like she would come to you today. Why today specifically? One energy, you're probably starting to feel that pull. Now, we usually feel energies far more strongly before it becomes into the physical manifestation. And as this person like yourself, Theo, when you're really in this emotional sphere and you've got a lot of that emotional frequency coming through you, that vibration that's being sent out could be sent out as a block, as a rejection. And this other person, because everything's energy, her energy picks up on this. And that's why Spirit's saying there's a massive need to ground yourself right now. There's a massive need to get internal and go within. And a part of grounding ourselves is not listening. It's not listening outward. It's not listening to others. It's not listening to me. It's not listening to tarot readers. It's listening to your higher self. And being able to get grounded and being able to get spiritual and being able to get internal instead of the external. Because right now you're looking at photos and then that creates a feeling and emotion which puts us in a frequency of wanting to give up. Instead of just sitting there in that frequency of she's going to come today. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense, Theo. So there was a choice that was made, consciously or unconsciously. Instead of trusting that feeling and going with the energy of, I feel her energy coming in, it needed to put a timeline on it, and it needed to put an approach on it, that it went looking for confirmation of this timeline, of this approach. And within that confirmation, there was more confirmation of the rejection, of the negative thoughts, of the fears. And so this allows that frequency to manifest and get stronger and to build up within you as the reality. Because a lot of people, a lot of gurus, a lot of spiritualists, a lot of readers will tell you that your thoughts become your reality if you think about it enough. This is where that word obsession that I used earlier starts to come into play. Because with that word obsession, if we think about something on repeat and our frequency, regardless of the actual thought itself, the thought could be dreaming of that person walking up to your door and coming through and entering into your life, and everything's perfect. You now feel grounded. You now feel at peace. You've found the source to your happiness. The source to your happiness has now come to you, but we still haven't got it here yet. So that still can be taken away. That's not a frequency of attraction. That is a frequency of lack. And when we have a frequency of lack, it's hard to draw in, it's hard to bring in. So why we need to ground ourselves, the why you need to get grounded is so we can not listen, but feel. Because your higher self is more of a feeling. Your body speaks to you. This is why women are considered to be more intuitive, because the feminine energy is about receptivity. Our masculine energy is about protection, is about action, is about control and dominance and protection of what the feminine energy within us has created and received. So the feminine energy within us all, and we all have it, male or female, this is building up within you, and the feminine energy is what's feeling right now. But using that feeling and getting that masculine energy within ourselves, is that this is not about finding your feminine or finding your masculine externally whatsoever. It's getting a balance of these two energies within yourself first. And when you're able to balance your feminine, your receptivity, and when I say receptivity, you know the difference between prayer and manifestation? I've been asked this a couple of times. And prayer, when we're in prayer state, when we're in a state of, say for example, how is it that you're praying? What are the words that you're using? Please forgive me for this. May I have, I need. Like most of the language around prayer is evolved asking for something. It's more of us talking. It's more us asking, please help me get through this situation. God, please help protect me in this. Whatever it is that we're praying about, we're usually asking for something. When it comes to spirituality, when it comes to that side of things, or manifestation, there's a lot more action involved. There's a lot more sitting and receiving involved as well. So that's receiving the information, receiving the intuition, receiving the inspiration. That all comes through. That gives you the creative energy, and the masculine energy within you is what takes action upon that, right? That's what allows you to be able to drive and forge and build what it is that your feminine energy has received. Now, when it comes to love and romance, we still have to be that balance within ourselves. So if we are looking for our happiness, to give us that nurturing, because a lot of the time, what I'm feeling here, and I think my spirit's making me bring this video up, is because I do feel heavily attached to your energy with this, with regards to the fact that what we're seeking externally is that feminine energy that provides us with that nurturing, the feminine energy that provides us with unconditional love, the feminine energy that provides us with that internal inspiration, right? So when we're seeking that externally, it can be taken from us. It's not held within. It's not stored within. It is not here as an actual energy force, a source to be utilized at any given minute to tap into. But the realization is you actually already have this within you. You just need to see it and activate it. And sometimes that comes down to a lack of a mothering in your life. And that's what we call the mothering wound, the mother wound, the wounded feminine. And you can be a man with a wounded feminine. You can be a feminine. You can be a woman with a wounded feminine. You can be a man with a wounded masculine. It depends. In today's society, let's face it, pretty much almost all of us have a wounded feminine and masculine within us. No matter who you are in today's society, there is some kind of father, mother trauma that is involved. And there's a need of acceptance and forgiveness that comes a part of that helps to heal that feminine. And I'm going to do a whole other segment on that another time. But this is about you, Theo. This, when it comes down to that healing, this looks like Mother Teresa to me. When I'm looking at this card, this is like Mother Teresa, and she's Mother Teresa. When you thought about her, she was, the epitome of femininity, in the sense that she received information, she received guidance, but then she was also the divine masculine in the sense that she took action to help heal the others. She took people in, she looked after them. I can hear people saying things that are of the negative, and of course we can look at that as well, but the overall scheme of things, we're not labelled as saint or given that label in the 3D, in the material world, if we didn't need to identify that in the first place. So there is an identification with that level of unconditional love, which is what the feminine brings. People needed that from her in that time. What we failed to see and what we failed to do in today's society is really, really get this within ourselves. There's a lot we're taught from the second we're born, from what we're watching, because if you think about the first 5 years of your life, a lot of what you're absorbing, a lot of the information that you're downloading, that you're taking in order to grow, evolve and learn, is from other people. It's from watching. You're watching and listening. You're absorbing. We're little sponges. And that then forms our foundations for the rest of our lives. So there's a heck of a lot of unlearning that needs to go on as we're trying to get grounded, because going through your emotions and feelings of loss is attached to an energy that is outside of your control. We can only ever control ourselves. We can only ever manage our emotions. We can only ever manage ourselves, and we can manage people in a business. But when we're managing people, ultimately at the end of the day, you're managing emotions. You're managing personalities. And if management aren't looking at personalities and they're just looking at numbers, they usually have a very high turnover of staff. When we're looking at personalities and emotions, they usually have a longevity within their staff. And that is because human beings resonate more with love and the frequency of kindness and care and being nurtured and being, protected. That's that masculine energy. That's a part that comes in as well through our employer. If our employer makes us feel safe, loved and protected, and they inspire us to grow and evolve, we stay longer. We give them more of our energy. We willingly give our energy and time. A lot of those people end up staying back, doing overtime and not expecting anything in return because the positive frequency and energy in which they're in. The same applies to love and romance and relationships. it's if we're looking for that but that job can, my point being is that job can always, they can always get to a point where even if they like you as a person, you do great for the company starts to plummet, you can still lose that job. So that's our stability and our foundations and our, you know, our finances, them being controlled. So we're still a slave in some way to some external entity for our stability and finances. Then we're a slave to our emotions. And when we're a slave to our emotions, we don't manage them properly. It makes it very, very difficult to overcome situations that trigger our emotions on a deeper level. The deeper level here is most certainly the feeling of needing nurturing, of needing unconditional love. And the element of being able to attract that in, to have that, to draw that in with science and physics teaching us what we know today. Let's use that, manipulate that, challenge that energy to come forth. And that is by tapping into it. And how do you tap into that energy? It comes first through a choice, through a decision. Anything that's been manifested into a reality first came and started from a thought. That thought, that feminine energy, that receptivity, that energy that we take in from thinking, is then our masculine energy then takes the action and manifests that and brings that into the material, which is why we all have the balance of masculine and feminine within us. Are women just sitting down on the couch waiting for everything to come to them all the time? No. They still have a masculine energy within them that has them take control and take action and be protective, especially when they're a single mother. They're now more activating into their masculine energy as well, because they're providing, they're protecting, they're doing what the masculine energy within us is doing externally. So when it comes to, this is why mother wound and father wounds are incredibly important to heal. This is about connecting in with that both within yourself first, loving yourself unconditionally, receiving your love. And I want to get into the tarot now in a second so we can give you some more hope. And remember, I want to say this very clearly before we get into this. When I read cards, I take only the jumpers. And the reason why I take the jumpers is because that will show us what their energy is in present. Free will and energies exist. So whether or not the energies right now, based on current frequencies, will be saying what's going on here. Our thoughts, other people's thoughts, that energy that's being created is constantly changing things. Constantly. This is physics. Constantly changing over and over again. So that means you could either come and get tarot readings every single day, which I wouldn't recommend. What I recommend doing is getting grounded and being able to tap into your higher self, be tapping into your femininity, which allows you to receive information. And if this is difficult to do, there is root chakra work that needs to happen. Think of the color red, surround yourself in the color red and get into that healing. And sometimes we need to feel some certain emotions in order to release them and forgive them and let them go. And we don't need to actually even sometimes go back into those feelings. We can just decide and choose that no longer gets to have power over your frequency, over your energy. And you now do have that power and control. You control your existence. You control your environment. Because I can tell you right now, we all absolutely do and can. It's all about energy. Our thoughts become things. It's proven now. Science says it. So with this, get grounded, ground yourself. That's the main thing. The S is definitely showing me to get more spiritual baths, like cleanse your energy as much as possible. The cleansing spell that I did right before the reading, I hope you've been taking that energy on, Theo. And if you're still here, I just want to check that you're still here. Because that was pretty deep and intense. I just want to make sure you're still here, Theo, and if you are, I'll get to your cards. Thank you, love bugs. You're here? Okay. Now, this is the part that we get to asking spirit and ancestors what's going on. So I want to get the reality of the situation, the current energies that are coming, that are happening in for you right now. And we'll see what comes up, what comes into the energy. Use your discernment, use your intuition. I feel like your intuition might be incredibly blocked right now, and there might be an inability to even connect, hence why you're coming to me for this as well. Hence why Spirit wanted to say your higher self knows what's going on. Your higher self knows what's best for you, for your life, for your purpose, for your frequency. And it's speaking to you all the time. Your body feeling that is your higher self is feeling, and it's speaking to you all the time. So Spirit's definitely trying to give you messages, and it's allowing that to be felt. It's allowing that to be seen and felt. Seen wanted to come out as well. So I think you're a very visual person. Okay, Moonology to start. Angels, ancestors, and spirit guides for Theo. Allow me to hear clearly, see clearly, feel clearly. Allow me to hear clearly, see clearly, feel clearly. Virgo energy, allow me to hear clearly, see clearly, feel clearly. Prosperity lies ahead. Theo, prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus, which is coming up, I can't remember, somewhere around the end of April. Can you please, sorry, let me focus. I've got to get deeper concentration. Spirit just told me deeper concentration, focus on the question. What's coming in for Theo, please, one more. What's coming in for Theo? Thank you. Meditate and contemplate. Oh, see, ground yourself, meditate and contemplate. Theo, this is incredibly important for you right now. Twice over, Spirit's wanting to say we need to get grounded, and I understand. I'm feeling a lot of swords. I'm feeling a lot of that sharp energy. I'm actually got a lot of tingling sensation going on my right side of my body. So guys, yeah, it just it didn't just freeze. My whole entire iPad shut down. It is a freezing cold day, and my iPad's overheating. There is a lot of intense energy that seems to be flowing through for this reading. Thank you for all the support, everybody. Thank you. Send me a lot of positive energy, please, because I feel like we do have a lot of negative energy around the room right now, because it's definitely affecting technology. And for me, technology is usually a very difficult thing with all the spirits that I have that are surrounding me all the time. So just allow me to get our protection in here, just to be sure. And Theo, please don't take this. Theo, I just want to make sure that you're still here before I get back started into where I was. I'm sorry that you're crying, but that's actually very good to do. And you may be crying right now, but you have close to 20 people here sending you unconditional love and support and protection. So meditate and contemplate new moon in Pisces, and prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. New moon in Taurus is actually very, very close. And when I was shuffling the deck, I did hear myself ask the question timeline. So I think we've got a timeline card here, and I'll get to the tarot to confirm. Sending so much protection and healing light to everybody in the live right now. Spirit's energy is incredibly strong, because with that complete dropout there, everything that happens in the readings, I do not believe in coincidences when I have got Spirit connected and in the room with us. So so what I felt from that was you need to not stop, not give up, not just give up completely. But this is more on yourself. Not giving up on you with regards to being open to healing and being open to feeling. And I know as a masculine that's more difficult because you're conditioning growing up. And this is any masculine's conditioning. This is not just because you're a man. This is not just because your parents did this to you. This is what's been conditioned into masculines for generations and generations and generations. It's passed on. You feel it's wrong. You feel you're weak. That's why when women express themselves, what's normal when we express ourselves through our emotions, like, oh my God, you're such a bitch, or oh my God, she's on a period. Oh, You know what? It doesn't seem logical, does it? It doesn't make a lot of sense that we can say this to another human being, that we can say to a female that her feelings are invalid because she's got a period or she's a woman. But then we can also say to a masculine that he doesn't deserve to have them as well. So of course that means when he feels them, they're wrong. When he feels these feelings, he's not meant to feel them. It's the same for the feminine. It's just been created in a different way. Which is incredibly difficult for us as humans to unlearn that shit and to get to the point where we can be confident in ourselves and confident in our own masculinity and femininity. And that's what we all need to be able to activate within ourselves. So being this feeling that you're doing, beautiful. Let the tears flow. Allow yourself to feel. That in itself heals generational traumas that have been passed on through DNA. Because that's a block that's been created through generations, passed on through our DNA, passed on through our lessons. All masculines have had it, unless they come from a very rare, open and awakened family that understand the masculine and the feminine. The Western world, unfortunately, has been poisoned with regards to this. So Theo, you're going through what I believe is what we call an ascension. It's an awakening, and it does involve a lot of feeling. You may have physical joint pain. You may start to feel burning sensations in parts of your body. That's your body speaking to you. Holistically, each point in our body, each bone, especially down our spine, our central nervous system, and how that relates to our sympathetic nervous system, and then how that relates all down to our organs and emotions. It's all connected. Trust me, it's all connected. So our physical health and our emotional health is all creating a bigger picture in our body, and we can actually see what's going on. We can see what needs to be healed on a deeper level, on an unconscious level, because our body's telling us, and that's feeling. So really paying attention to your physical body. When it comes to prosperity lies ahead, I'm going to read this card to you, and then I'm going to draw out the tarot cards to give you extra clarification, because I knew there was going to be positive energy coming in for you. Because doing this work that you're doing right now, sitting here listening to this, you lost 10 kilos in 2 inches in 5 weeks. This is what I mean. This earth energy is, I was about to say, what we consume. And this is about your body. Earth energy, 444, is not consumption just in the sense of what are you listening to, what are you viewing, what are you choosing to go and look at, instead of just sitting in receptive energy sometimes. It's also what are you letting your body receive on a physical level. Are you feeding yourself? Are you watering yourself? Are you nurturing yourself? That's divine feminine energy. That's tapping into the love that you're seeking from somebody else. Without this love, you don't eat. Without this love, you don't drink. Without this love, your body fades away. But that body, that vessel is what carries you through love, is what carries you through life. So because this love is sought externally, when there is a loss, there's no food. When there's a loss, you're not feeding your body, which is not feeding your soul, which is not feeding, you're giving yourself love. Literally, just choosing to eat is a self-love choice. You can drink, yes, and you're drinking lots of water. Sleeping is also an act of self-love, especially in today's world when, we're consciously, conditioned to believe that life is all about do, when really it's a balance of being receptive and action. So with prosperity lies ahead, I'm just going to tap into this and read this for you real quick. So that way it's not just me speaking, and you can see that it is coming from another place as well. We have 2 new moons this month, in the month of April, 2. We have one in the beginning of April, the new moon in Aries, and then we have a new moon in Taurus towards the end of April. And we also have a full moon in Libra, which is the house of relationships and love. And it's a lovely balancing full moon that we're having. It's a good full moon energy. So where is this? New moon in Taurus, new moon in Sagittarius, new moon in Virgo. Here it is. Okay, so this card will often come up when you're inquiring inquiring about a financial matter or when you're doubting your self-worth. The card suggests you can have what you want, including material things, but you must believe in yourself. This comes down to the laws of attraction. Value yourself and others will value you too. You can create abundance. Taurus is associated with luxurious Venus, and this card holds the new moon energy. So now is a good time to make a 12-month financial plan. This card can also signal the start of a new relationship or of a sexier times. If you've been wrestling with something for a long time, the new moon in sturdy Taurus is a sign not to give up just yet. Give or give a massage. Healthy body, healthy mind. You will soon be able to afford the thing you're dreaming of. Getting clear on what you value most will help you find peace. I'm going to repeat that one. Getting clear on what you value most will help you find your peace. Take some time out to pamper yourself. Self-love. So eating, whatever, go get a haircut, go get a massage, all these sorts of things. Exactly what I was channeling for you with ground yourself. It's this self-love. That in itself allows you to attract that in. Doing this, loving yourself, puts you in a frequency. Self-love puts you in a frequency of love. And the way energy works, the way science has explained to us how energy works, physics explains to us, how energy works. You can then, that's how we manipulate it and use it to our advantage. So you literally become love. You look after yourself. You give yourself that frequency. You can't help but look healthier, be more vibrant. Your energy that goes out from you, think about your frequency and how far out you can actually project that. Now, the more loving you are, the further it can go. The more negative you are, the further it can go. So we're either repelling people, negative energy, or we're attracting it in, positive energy, love, positive, self-worth, self-lack, self-hate, negative energy. Repel, repel, repel. So if somebody's going to come into your energy, if you're wanting to attract unconditional love into your energy, you must first be unconditional love. How can you be unconditional love without having unconditional love? You haven't been shown that. You haven't learned that. It comes from what you seek. Like, what are you seeking others to give you? Give this to yourself. That's what you see as self-love. So if your partner was there, if she was hungry, would you take her food? If she was thirsty, would you take her a drink? If she said to you, honey, I need a snack, I've got cravings when she's pregnant, you know what I mean? Say she's pregnant, you're having a baby, and you just want to protect her and look after her. You want to be that masculine, you want to give her that energy. But going and getting that food is very masculine of you, that's very protective of you, but that's also very feminine of you. That's caring, that's nurturing. See, exactly, you would cook for her, but now that it's you, you're not cooking for you. Loving yourself is important, especially when you're in a connection, especially when you're loving someone else. Because when you're loving someone else, and this isn't, say, necessarily their focus is, because they're being loved, their focus is now able to go on work, on fun, on whatever it is that their focus is now turned to. And it's now not so much on us. So now it's like we're feeling unloved. We stop giving love because we're not getting love. So then we stop getting love because we stopped giving love. Do you see? Do you see how that works like that? So that is honestly the cycle. So if we understand that's how energy works, if we understand that's what we can create through those experiences, through those thoughts, so on and so forth, treat yourself with love. It's not just about thinking, I love myself, I am, I have. It's not just manifestations. It's not just affirmations. That's just talking. That's praying. A part of attracting and a part of the law of attraction, which is honestly, in my opinion, understanding energies and frequencies and how to use them, how to manipulate them, work with them. But you can't work with them in the wrong way of, ill intentions when you really trust and know them, because it doesn't work that way. It has to be of high frequency for it to work in your favor. So you get it now? Exactly. That's how we do this. So I know it's hard to find our mum when we haven't. I don't know why I want to keep bringing that up. It's when I say that, when I say our mum, I mean our mother, who started the process in our energy, in our frequency, in our conditioning of what love is, of what nurturing is, of what compassion is. So whatever we lacked, we seek in others, and whatever we wish to have, we seek in others. Wonderful. But how about we give that to ourselves as well? And that allows us to just receive that instead of seeking that. Because when you're giving it to yourself, you're not seeking, which gives it more of an ability to come in. I hope that makes sense. The way to get grounded is for you is definitely 100% tapping more into meditation and contemplation. Contemplation is looking at the situation from a broader perspective, from a new perspective, if possible, and if you can. Right now, usually, sometimes too, almost always, when we're in a period of loss, we are able to look at the person, the job, the situation that we're lost, and we're going to keep it specific for you. When you're looking at the situation with Jade, now that it's not here and it's making other choices and the energy is more distant, there's a strong draw to it. But when this energy was present, when this energy was here, was the draw the same? These are the things that we can contemplate, you know what I mean? What was my contributions as well? But the best thing for you to be doing right now is not thinking or obsessing of Jade or anything other than yourself externally. Start loving yourself. The first thing that you're going to do the second this reading ends is prepare yourself something to eat. Now, with the amount of stomach acid that you would have at the moment and with the amount of shrinkage to your stomach, start off light and start off gentle. Don't go for raw fruits or raw vegetables. Go for full cooked foods at this point. But do go for, do have a few steamed vegetables, but nothing high in phosphorus. So stay away from like cabbages and broccolis and those sorts of things right now. Go really bland and plain when you're starting to introduce foods back into your diet, because those stomach acids and your digestive enzymes need a quick boost. They need something to start building off. And fresh fruit and raw vegetables on a very empty stomach with all those acids can create fermentation. So you want to, and that then bloating, gas, so on and so forth. Cereal and milk is a great way to start if you don't have any lactose intolerance or like inflammatory issues when it comes to dairy or grains. It's also knowing your body and what your body can tolerate, but being as light as you possibly can and as frequently as you possibly can. So lots of little bits often. But the whole idea of self-love is think about a meal that you would prepare for somebody else to show you that you love them. What's their favorite meal usually is what you would do. You know what they want. You know what their favorite food is. You go make it. So what's your favorite food, man? What's the food that you want to eat? What food is your soul food? What food gives you life? What food inspires you? What food do you love to eat and cook so much? Go do that. Go make that. Go eat that. And if you can't afford to go eat that and make that, there's the next one. There's the next one. There's always something that you would enjoy. Prepare that for yourself. Cook that for yourself. And if you don't want to cook for yourself, take yourself out for a date. Take yourself out to lunch. Take yourself out to dinner. If you don't want to go out, send yourself an Uber. Pick yourself flowers. It's incredibly important to love yourself in the way in which that you want to be loved, because this is where self-growth comes from, but this is where your frequency is in the manifestation, law of attraction, positive energy. So let's get the good news, because we need some good news right now for Theo Spirit. Theo, what's prosperity lies ahead? What do we have coming, baby? What do we have coming? Fuck. That was the Ten of Pentacles, right? It didn't jump out. Very happy memories coming in. There's usually the Six of Cups is a return. A return of somebody coming into your life that you have fond memories of. The Three of Cups is here, and it does want to show itself in the reverse, so I want to clarify that first. Why is the Three of Cups in reverse, please, Spirit? And who's the Six of Cups, please, Spirit? Who's the Six of Cups? There's the Ten of Pentacles. Does want to come out. Okay. What's the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, please, Spirit? Okay. And one more for the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands, please. Okay, right now in this very energy, This is why Spirit's saying get grounded. We're healing. Four of Swords is here for healing. We've got the Seven of Wands at the bottom of the deck. This is an incredibly, top of the deck. This is bottom of the deck. Seven of Wands at the bottom of the deck. This is very on the defense, self-protective. I'm looking at this as you needing to see those who have taken indirect action or direct action towards you that has allowed you to build up these walls. Because this person, there is somebody from your past who you had a very stable commitment with, perhaps even lived with, Ten of Pentacles in reverse, that created a lot of drama for you, maybe put you into a competition. But this energy, you do have fond memories of this person. There is the energy of this person coming back, and this is asking with prosperity lies ahead. On this other side here, though, there is the energy of wanting to reconcile. Somebody wanting to reconcile, not doing it though, because they're looking over their shoulder. This is what I'm getting from these two cards. Look at these two energies. Somebody's defending what's in front of them, and somebody's looking behind them. This one here is looking over their shoulder at all these wands that are behind them. This one's fighting off the wands coming at them. This one's fighting it off. There's such an opposite energy to this. And the reason being is that I feel like this is two different people. Two different energies. And I'm going to explain why. There's no gender in these cards here. This is energy. And I'm feeling with this Three of Cups, the Seven of Wands, the Star that's here in the reverse. The only major card that I've got here suggesting any energies, I've got Pisces, Taurus, Aquarius. There's a bit of fire here as well, but they're minor arcanas. They're not suggesting anybody. They're suggesting energies and transitions and so on. That is Jade. Okay. There's somebody who's constantly looking over their shoulder, looking back at the burdens, at the trauma, at the betrayal, looking back at the things that they've done, that they've caused. This is what holds them off from being able to reconcile, of coming back in and celebrating. This person's got a lack of hope, a lack of faith. There is a lack of hope, a lack of faith, and a lack of healing. When we've got this here, we're either looking back in fear, looking back out of regret, looking back out of, I've created too many burdens, I've created too much drama, because the drama's over here. I can't go back, right? There's no hope. With the hope card, the wish fulfillment card in the reverse, the card of healing in the reverse. And yes, using your intuition, my love, fantastic, correct. That's what I'm feeling. And we've got the Two of Wands here too. This energy of your person right now is currently going, well, I kind of have to look forward now, needing to look forward because I've done too much back here. This is another person who's now not looking back and they're now trying to look forward. This is looking forward and seeing the burdens and the responsibilities and, you know, what it is that's been unsurmountable for them, or what they feel is unsurmountable, what they've created to be insurmountable, if that's the way you say it. But then also holding on to that as well, not able to let go, keeping it very, very close to their chest. These pentacles are very close to his chest. What's on his mind? What moves they're going to take? What's under his feet? So what's below him? As above, so below. As within. As above, as below, as within. There's a big message there, right? What we think about, we feel, we end up walking on it. It becomes a reality. So this is a good, and this is Taurus energy as well, this card. And I did see the Queen of Pentacles, which is Virgo, Taurus energy, earthly energy. Very grounded, very stable, very stubborn. This is also suggesting to me that your person has more financial gains for their drive, for their desires. It's more material with regards to her, Jade, I think, with regards to what it is that she wishes to obtain. She's a very, maybe potentially a rather materialistic person. Her external happiness, her external validation comes through luxuries, comes through her, maybe potentially her love language is through gifts. And it's potentially not as overly emotional. And this could be the disconnect between the two of you and the disconnect between how you are. The married man is a married man but gives her cash. Yeah, so she's not really after love or loyalty, is she? She's after material possessions. So what's her conditioning? And this is how you heal, right? This is how you let go. Because seeing the bigger picture here, this person is more likely to drain your bag and drain your money and drain you financially out of her need for material gains in order for her to be happy. So you're constantly trying to keep her happy. So you've got to do things and act in a certain way in order to provide. But this is the thing, when our happiness is external, and this is the Western world, when our happiness is external and we're constantly needing external, especially when it comes to our feminines, because feminines are an energy of creation, right? We create life, we birth life, so we are the creators, we create things, this is the thing. We've now grown. Our world has now built us into an energy where when we look at situations, when we finally achieve what it is that we want that makes us happy, we've been conditioned since birth to then go get to the next level. We're not done yet, you know what I mean? Next. So you can never really give enough to a materialistic person. It's incredibly difficult when their safety, when their security, when their external requirements for the fulfillment, let's say, overall well-being would be the right way to put it, is revolved around what others can do for her. She's never going to find happiness. This is not an exciting thing for her. This is not a very happy time with the Three of Cups in reverse. Celebrations are not there. She's actually probably more alone than she has ever been, but she's got money to spend, right? Her bills are paid. You, with the Ten of Pentacles, offer loyalty, commitment, and stability, nurturing, compassion, but there is this level of energy within you lacking that divine feminine energy, I feel, that you're needing to tap into that allows you to be receptive of somebody nurturing and loving you, which is why you're able to attract energies that aren't about love, that it's more about the material and what it is that you can give them, not how you make them feel. Because when somebody makes us feel a certain way, like happiness, then it doesn't matter what's really going on around us. Our entire world could be falling apart, but I've still got you. You know that feeling? And if you haven't had that, I'm sorry. That does exist. It is real. And that's when, even if you've got no one, for example, say you're a person who's completely by themselves, your whole world's falling apart. I can attest for that. A couple more days and you'll see me with a very different back wall, a very different environment. But the thing around that is like I'm still choosing to wake up every day optimistic, happy, hopeful, because I'm trusting that what is happening is in divine guidance. It's meant for me. These changes are opening up doors for new to come in, which is what's happening. You're coming in, this person, you may have fond memories of them, but what you're failing to see is the drama and the competition that this person brought to you. And it's needing to let this go and seeing the reality of the situation of what this actually was. You will heal this. You will heal this within your heart because you will see, I am better than that. You start vibrating on a higher frequency. You get grounded, ground yourself. Through meditation, you start to contemplate and you see that prosperity is ahead for you. Now you have the opportunity to really gain because your focus can be on you, your goals, your purpose, your money, your stability, your home, your finances, your happiness, because this is really looking for your overall material happiness. Your overall foundations being strong, solid, and lasting a long time. This is what you're wanting to get. Now, angels, another deck, Spirit said. Now, for confirmation, what's coming in, please? Spirit, what's coming in for Theo? What should Theo be aware of on the positive? You're getting commitment. This is the thing. This is commitments coming in for you. That's the 4 of Wands. What's coming in for Theo, please? Oh, fuck. This is unbelievable. Once you allow this to completely end, once you allow this energy to lift, we've got death here. I can tell you right now. Double confirmation, Theo. There's double confirmation there. Your person is too busy looking over their shoulder. Their energy is paranoid, so to speak. I'm getting a very paranoid energy over here. This paranoia, even if this is an energy that you embody as well, if you've got this paranoia, if you're also too feeling like you're needing to look over your shoulder, let it go. It has to end. That's a part of an ego death, because paranoia, again, it can send us into a spiral. Now there's double confirmation here. This, again, this is why I think this is somebody who you have fond memories of, right? Who wants commitment, who sees you as solid foundations, who sees you as home. Getting these two cards together does definitely say some kind of divine connection, divine union. You've spent, maybe got some karmic lessons. This is somebody who's felt left out in the cold, who's felt abandoned from the situation, who's currently going through financial issues, who's currently experiencing or will be soon, you know, money problems and problems with their house and their home, and maybe that's why they're coming in. And this is, you've got to choose. Are you this person's fucking savior, or does this get to be done? Are you your savior or this person's savior? Have they changed? Have they evolved? Have they grown? Because prosperity is here for you. And when these people like to come back in once your prosperity hits, it's like, where were you when I was down and out? Where were you then? When I didn't have? Lovers. Gemini energy, you're going to have a big, there's the Ten of Pentacles again. Trust me, your prosperity lies ahead. Stability, home, money, finances, all coming in for you, Theo. Seriously, the adjustments that it's coming online. 7 months ago, is there somebody that you met not 7 months ago, 7 years ago? A Gemini, you didn't choose them then, but something like that. Something said back home. Again, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, a lot of earthy energy here. Gemini energy there. Scorpio with the majors here. We've got the Hanged Man though. I do see your person getting a new perspective. There is a new perspective. That's that Pisces energy here as well. Getting a little insight about themselves and growing up. Becoming a little bit more mature. But there's an energy here of somebody who maybe 5 years ago, 5, 7, they made the wrong decision in love, and that's why I was wondering if this was you, but this could be somebody who made the wrong decision with you. March 2020. March, I'm not seeing March. Oh, actually the Seven of Pentacles could be March, but for some reason I'm feeling years. I could be wrong though, because time is non-linear, and time is what's long for one person is short for another. You were with Lani for 9 years. You were together for a long time. I feel like that might be the energy that's coming back in for you, or coming back into your frequency. They want to... The wrong decision in love was made. Could also be Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. Very good looking. She's getting married this year. Is she? That's all Spirit wants to say. Is she? I do believe that you are going to hear from Jade, and you will be getting apologies from Jade, because I am seeing the Eight of Wands there and the Page of Cups. And it's what you do with this as well. What you do with this information. I see your person, or Jade, sorry, having to relocating. For some reason I'm seeing moving or relocating, moving. big potential. Not having anywhere to live is also the other potential. Yeah, most people don't. 15th of August, fire sign. That would be Leo. No, I'm sorry I made that so long. Hi, Faval. How are you, my love? You were gonna move in. Was gonna move in with you. I think it's, you know, a lot of people need to realize that rejection is usually almost always protection. Imagine with the prosperity that lays ahead for you, with all the good, with that prosperity lies ahead, especially when it comes to your professional world, when it comes to your material world, because that 10 of Pentacles came out twice. When it shows up in the reverse, it's suggesting that it's stalled, delayed, blocked. Why? Because there's people in your energy that are going to take advantage of that one. I think you've been shown exactly who this person is in their true colors. And now it's just accepting that and releasing that and understanding your worth and knowing that and when you get that power as well, almost always these people come back. But they will get to come back when you're already evolved to the point with this energy. You will reject it. I've got a really itchy roof in my mouth right now. Oh, I'm sorry. I have a donation here for a Jamie Lee. That happens, Taylor Jade. That definitely happens. There's collective energies that are on the same frequency and timeline. That's why I speak about energy as often as I do, because it really shows you the truth about energy and frequencies and how that draws that in. So as I'm talking about it, that frequency is being sent out. As I'm reading it, that energy is being sent out, and it's drawing in more people of that same frequency and of that same energy. It's just physics. It's just how it is. And so when we're agreeing with something, when we're feeling it, and when we're really resonating with an energy, it's so strong, it's because it's not there. That's also very comforting to know that there's more than one person who's also going through this same frequency, the same energy, the same situation. Oh, hello. How are you, Jamie Lee? What would be your question, my love? How can I help you? We need to be as specific as we can with our questions, otherwise we get really long readings. Thank you to all my beautiful moderators. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. NZ, thank you for the likes. Thank you everybody for the likes and the gifts and everything as well. I appreciate you all. Yeah. Thank you, Gabrijan. Yes, Jamie Lee, what would be your question, my love? I noticed the internet's starting to play up a little bit. Spirit energies are really high. And I checked all my connections, so no, it's not anything other than energies. Oh, I can never think of a question. No, that's okay. I'm just going to... When we can never think of a question, it's not that we don't have a question. And it's not that we can't think of a question. Is that it's more that we fear the truth of, or the answer of the question at hand. So sometimes that can be it. Oh, hello, puppy! Oh, farts love hearts. What a cute little poof. corgi. Thank you so much, Gimbal Guy, you sweetheart. Thank you. Thank you for your support as well. Yes, OP. Yes. %. My sometimes and the truth can scare us. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, anger. You, Skippy. The negative energy knockout. Boom. And look, back in the green. Love it. Okay. Did you make the right decision moving out? Did Jamie Lee make the right decision moving out? Angels, ancestors, spirit guides of the Most High, guide me clearly. I've got some moon water here, charged on the healing full moon, or the full moon in Virgo, charged in the sun, full moon sun, well, during the sun of the full moon. And then we've got carnelian, aura quartz, rose quartz in here. It's been blessed. Just going to get back. This is for you too. I transmute energies from me to you. Let's get that all ready. Angels, ancestors, and spirit guides of the Most High, guide me clearly. Allow me to hear clearly, see clearly, feel clearly. Allow me to hear clearly, see clearly, feel clearly. Allow me to hear clearly, see clearly, feel clearly. Jamie Lee, please, was moving out the right choice. Was moving out the right choice for Jamie Lee, please. Spirit, allow us to see. Yeah. Just make sure these are all upright before I get started. Beautiful. Okay, we've got take positive action, the number 32. Did Jamie Lee make the right decision moving? Did Jamie Lee make the right decision moving? Angels, ancestors, and spirit guides, guide me clearly. Thank you. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You don't see it yet, but there is success and celebrations right here. We've got the moon, we've got the 3 of cups, and we've got the 6 of wands. I'm getting two. Whoa. Two messages from this. Someone was deceptive, misleading, elusive. For some reason, I do feel a third-party situation. Friends? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo energies are present right now. To answer your question, yes, there is success and victory. There is going to be a sense of community where you're moving with the 6 of wands. This is living somewhere, being somewhere, where this is getting along with your neighbors. This is being supported. This is being celebrated. This is being welcomed. So this is going somewhere. Look at this guy on his horse, being all guy, girl, doesn't matter, no gender. This is, I feel like you've stepped into that masculine energy of yours. You were feminine in your energy, where you received the idea of what to do, where to go, why. You tapped in, and the masculine energy is taking the actions and the steps in order to attract it. My brother's house, perfect. So there's a lot more positive energy where you're going to be, where you are, where you've moved. And you may not see it or feel it right now with the moon, but you will. Because what's there is the Three of Cups, is celebrations, is success, is happiness. Now, I do feel like this would take positive action. This is the reason why you took, this was positive action. You did take positive action because there was a situation in which where there was deception. There was illusions, mystery. Moon, please. Yep. Again, I can't. This created a lot of anxiety, headaches. Three of Cups. Yeah, three-party situation, something to do with maybe friendships from work. I moved my son and I out. Seriously, best choice you could have made. Here we have the two biggest, collect myself. This is Aquarius energy, but Aquarius energy is about hope, ingenuity, inventiveness. This is getting inventive. This is being hopeful. This is being extremely worldly in your approach. I always get such a worldly feeling with this card, right? Peaceful, global feeling, because it also can represent fame. Here's wish fulfillment. So, and this card also represents wishes coming true in the upright. This is another card of wishes coming true, of happiness. This is hoping and wishing for wish fulfillment. This is hoping and wishing for happiness. This is hoping and wishing to feel loved, to be loved. This is a renewal in love. Nine of Cups. What's this Nine of Cups, please? We have the King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. I've got Temperance down the bottom with divine timing. We've got the World at the top. Here we go. Here's that World card. I was getting world energy, global energy from here. This is a completed cycle. With the World being here, though, and the Four of Pentacles, there's still an element of something that I feel like your person is holding on. I feel like your person is holding on to you for whatever reasons. Stability, material, foundations, what it is that you could bring to the table. But there's an energy that this person with the King of Swords, as mature and grown up as they are, weren't the greatest at communicating with from an emotional space. All logic, no feeling. That's what I get from this. This is the cycle that's completing. This could be a cycle with your person that's coming to an end and a renewal of something new. But I get the feeling that there was far too much anxiety. There was a few too many betrayals within some kind of the reason why you needed to take action and move is what I'm getting from here. You're now in an energy of manifesting, though. You're in an energy of attraction. This is more Gemini energy. This is also the energy of somebody who has all the resources. And I think Spirit's making sure that you know that you have all the tools in the shed available to you. You have what you need to bring about what it is that you want and desire for your home, for your child, for you. This is love. This is money. This is passion. This is creation. This is inspiration. This is motivation. And the infinity symbol above his head suggests that he can do this. He can have this forever. There's no limit to what it is that you can create. There's no limit to what it is that you can draw into your life with the manifestation energy that you have here for you. This is why there is success. This is why there is victory. Your brother is a Gemini. That's who I think you might also too, who this King of Swords is representing as well. And this being the stability in the home. And this is why you've been able to complete this cycle. It's been able to close out completely because you've gone somewhere new. Page of Wands. You've started somewhere new. What's this manifestation? What's the... Oh, you're going to hear from someone. Yeah. These two cards flipped over in the deck, so this is suggesting it's not straight away, it's not current energies, but this is potential future energies coming in. Hearing from somebody who sees you as a divine counterpart, hearing from somebody on a lot of back and forth communication with somebody who is like a soulmate for you. Right now, there's definitely this feeling of feeling stuck, feeling bound. For some reason, I'm getting that as your ex-person. Yeah, there's that. Yes, they're wanting to come and apologize. They're wanting to come and apologize. They're too busy. They're sick of looking over their shoulder and looking back behind everything that they've caused. They've seen what they've done. They can look back at what they've done. He's not looking too happy with themselves. Wanting to apologize for the actions taken. Wanting to apologize for that, feeling stuck and feeling bound. Really regretful. This individual is incredibly regretful for what it is that they've done in this situation, in case you wanted to know. You have made the right choice in moving. This is you in the Empress energy. This is Taurus, Libra energy. But this is you as the mother, as a nurturer, as somebody who's incredibly abundant and beautiful. This is the energy in which that you're stepping into in self-love. The Empress is all about self-love. You gave yourself love. I am Libra. Yes, you are. This is that Empress energy. You feel it throughout your body. And it's coming through the screen. You've got a full moon in your house, in your sun sign. You've got a full moon in Libra coming, I think it's the middle of this month. A very auspicious time for relationships. Now, there is somebody here, I don't know who, and you would have to use your own discernment here. There is somebody here who sees you as this Empress. There is, for you, in your mind, I do not believe there will be any reconciliation because the Temperance does want to jump out in the reverse. But there is somebody here who is wanting reconciliation. There is somebody here who wants this to be healed. And they're impatient. There is an element of impatience with this energy, and they may come across as incredibly direct and impatient with their communications, maybe somewhat have a bit of a temper as well. They're not balanced, and this could be why that they're coming back. And they're coming back because they see you balanced, they see you tempered, they see you nurturing yourself and others. And because you are such a self-nurturer and self-lover, that you're able to attract genuine connections, genuine friendships, genuine relationships. Not people who are healing things within themselves. Not that there's anything wrong with that. We all have a time and a phase in our life where we're there and we're meant to heal. This is a King of Cups. They are overly emotional right now. Hi, sweet Kaz. Your person is definitely 100% over emotional right now because you cut them out and block them off. This is your this is Gemini energy. This is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. But they're blocked. They're cut off. And they're cut off, and they're not. You might have cut out communication enough to the extent that they feel like they can't get to you, and this is making them very emotional. This is making them very upset. They can't get to your emotions. They're now unbalanced within their emotions. They should have expressed themselves properly to begin with, instead of being so logical and political and logistical. So I'm going to clear these cards out, and I'm going to ask what's coming in for you. Because now that you've completed this cycle, now that there is a cycle complete, and you are in manifestation energy, you've done the releasing. Of course, you're going to question. Of course, you're going to look back and maybe, question, did you take the right action? Positive action, you did. You took the right action. So yeah, moving was perfect. But let's see what's coming in for you. Let's see what you can get excited about now. Because you've chosen you. What frequency has that now opened up for you? What is that allowing you now to attract in? You're so welcome. I'm glad I could connect well with you. Let's have a look. Jamie Lee, what's coming in for Jamie Lee? Show us the good thing. Show us the good thing. Oh, fuck. Expect powerful change. This is what I'm saying. When you choose you, this is what I'm saying with anybody who's really trying to attract in the big things. They're trying to attract unconditional love, money, wealth, health, home, the permanent home, whatever it is that you want, the career, the business. Get in the frequency of receptivity, of love. Get a good balance of your masculine and your feminine. Take action where needed. Protect your dreams. Protect your visions. But be open to receiving your visions and taking action on them in the first place, and be loving. Love yourself. Cook for yourself. Do your hair. iron your clothes, you know, treat yourself how you wish to be treated, and it honestly comes back around. Expect powerful change. Like what, mate? Like what? Well, we're going to see. Expect powerful change. What's this powerful change coming in? Here you are again, Miss Empress. The epitome of self-love. Because the Empress is all queens rolled into one. She's stood firm in her beliefs. She's been driven, been successful, is sexy, is like the High Priestess. She's intuitive, she's creative. She's like all the queens rolled into one. Incredibly powerful Empress energy that is ruled by Venus, ruled by love. So of course she's the queen of self-love. This is what you become. This is abundant as well. Here it is. Because you worked on yourself. 8 of Pentacles. This might even be coming into some new studies or a career or an apprenticeship or a new skill or a trade that you're starting up or completing. I feel like this is more beginning because now you've kind of like got a whole new list of options to play around with, get creative with. This is within you. An inspiration within you. This is a skill that you have that you're going to work on now, like a hobby that you can turn into a money-making thing. You get time for this. You get time to work on you, focus on you, put the energy and effort into being a mother and having your family as well. What's coming in? Expect powerful change. What's coming in for expect powerful change? Whoa. Judgment. Holy fuck. What will we say? Judgment means 2 things. Judgment is the reconciliation card again. Judgment is the card of second chances. Judgment is a big decision. Judgment is major life decision, right? This is the Queen of Pentacles. Again, pre-Empress energy, very abundant, self-sufficient, independent, materially well off. She's a bit of a homebody. With Judgment, the Queen of Pentacles, I feel like this might have something to do with maybe going back. The decision, do I go back? Be the wife, be the mother, be the organizer, be the carer, because this person's living in regret and they're coming out and expressing 5 of Cups, their regret, their loss. Perhaps you might start feeling regret. You might start feeling the loss. Looking back at the positives, at what's missing, instead of looking forward to what can come in. And if this comes into you, Spirit's message is you're going to be coming out of this indecision with the 2 of Wands in reverse. You're going to see your next step. You've already chosen what step to take forward. Do you want to step backwards? You have gone back before? Yeah. Maybe that's what you regretted. Because I felt like this regret's not just on his end. I feel like it is on yours as well. So if there was like an element of wanting to return because you've been working on yourself and glowing up and you've become this Empress energy, and this person sees that and they're like, oh wow, I want to siphon that energy again, because you are so giving, caring, nurturing and abundant and independent, and this person regrets not being able to see that as well, which is what I get. Not choosing you, which is what I get. They regret not choosing you, the wife, the mother, the divine counterpart. There's the Queen of Swords again. Cutting out what had to be cut out, seriously. This is what you had to do. Because the Wheel of Fortune is here. There is a fated event. Sagittarius, Leo, Aries energy showing up here. With a King of Wands. Yeah, he's sexy. Incredibly sexy. And his heart's broken. Because he's got the 3 of Swords here. So there's somebody here who's had their heart broken, who's suffering a loss, that's feeling regret, that feels the regret or the loss of making the wrong choice. This heartbreak was fated for them. This heartbreak is their Wheel of Fortune, was their destiny, was their karma. Judgment. Judgment is karma. Judgment is receiving the rewards for the actions that we've taken in the past. Now, they're all rewards for the actions that we've taken in the past, but if your actions in the past were negative, then the rewards would be negative. Just multiplied, stronger, and with a stronger effect. It's just the law of the universe. It's just how it works. So there is karma here, good karma, for the Queen of Pentacles, which I believe is you, for being stable, for being grounded, for being balanced, giving, caring, nurturing, for looking after the others. She generally takes care of her community, the Queen of Pentacles. And this person's energy is heartbroken because the King of Wands is somebody who is yes, incredibly attractive, but also knows it a little bit sometimes. But his drive, his success, his goals tend to dominate his energy, and that keeps him busy, that keeps his focus not always in the home. Whereas the Queen of Pentacles' focus is always usually within the home a lot more. She cares a lot about her family, providing and nurturing and caring for those that she loves. She's very good at this. You're very good at this, especially as this Empress energy as well. This King of Wands is hurting right now. Desiring for things to change. Desiring for luck. Needing luck. What's coming in? What's coming in, please? There is the Eight of Wands again. It's jumping out in the reversed. So I feel like there's a lack of communication right now. There's a lack of information. There's a lack of clarity as well that's going on. But there's the Three of Cups. There's so many cards to suggest that this person is going to try to come unstuck and come and offer, because there's the Page of Cups again. It's not happening right now. There's a block in communication. But while this person's feeling their karma, well, you're reaping yours, and you're reaping yours in the sense of you've got somewhere to live, you're finding a stability, you start to grow up, glow up. Your glow up creates their regret. Their karma is their heartache. Their karma is the loss of this connection. Their karma is watching you reap your good while they're feeling out of luck. This was destined for them to learn. They didn't know how to appreciate what it is that they had. Their conditioning, their upbringing, their internalizations of their environment, of what to make them feel successful, what they needed to seek externally, may have been the fact that they were a bit of an attention seeker. This person knew they were attractive and they liked the attention that they would get from others, and sometimes would fall to temptation, is what I'm getting here. And you were loyal, committed, and you were always there. And this is the thing. This is why you deserve so much better than that. This person now sees you not as the Queen of Pentacles, but as the Empress. Like, what the fuck have I done? What have I done to my Empress? I can't believe I didn't fucking choose her. I can't believe I chose this wrong. They are living in regret. They want to reconcile. They want to apologize. They want to say, I'm sorry, but they're sorry. There's a fish in this apology cup. Not in this one in particular, but in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, there is a fish in his cup. And that fish in his cup suggests that there might be something a little bit off with what it is that they're saying. And it's because they're coming from an immature place. As Page, they haven't grown emotionally yet to the point where they have an emotional maturity. So there's an inability to be able to communicate an apology and a sorry and I love you, I'm wrong, because of the immaturity that's there. And when you're the Empress being approached by a Page, it's just never enough. It's not going to be enough. So then we're kind of fighting against the grain with that connection anyway. So yes, you made the right choice, 100%. Your child sees you, choosing self-love, standing for your boundaries. You're teaching your child coping mechanisms, healthy coping mechanisms as well here as the Empress. What you're doing is more than just thinking about yourself. What you're giving your child is a lesson in self-sufficiency and self-love by choosing your safety, choosing your emotional happiness over providing somebody else their security, giving them cake and allowing them to eat it too. You will be able to move forward, my love, and I know it will take time. I completely appreciate where you're coming from. And you may I'm seeing you teeter between reconciliation and moving forward. Reconciliation, moving forward. And sometimes when we look back and we look back at the happy memories, it can be easy to go, oh, I may have overreacted with this. But really, when you start to focus on, expect powerful change, because you focus on you now. You get to work on you. That feeling, when you start giving your energy and your time, you will honestly, at one point, just go, wait a minute. I've gotten so much achieved. And this is about me. This is about my child. This is about my future. I'm evolving. Whether or not this person comes back or not, if there's a strong connection with them, they have to evolve too. Because your frequency has gotten so much higher than theirs. If they're not on it, you're going to feel rejection regardless. So you're growing and evolving. That Empress energy that you're in, if they're coming at you in a page, even if they're coming at you in a king, there's still a difference in your energy that puts you above them, so to speak. They still have more learning, more lessons to go through before they can be of your knowledge, of your integrity, of your maturity. So that just means expect the drama, expect not necessarily drama, but expect the times through the evolution of that person's energy to grow. And because you've done a lot of growth, being that Empress, you've done a lot of getting there. We need to give them patience if we're willing to allow them the time to get there, the safe space to grow and evolve. We can guide them. We can give them tools on how to achieve that alignment, that inner higher self alignment, that knowing of what's the right decisions to make in life, what's healing, what father wounds, mother wounds, whatever it is within this person that they need to heal that allows them to have healthier connections and healthier relationships. And almost always, every single time, it comes down to our root cause, father-mother wounds, the wounded masculine and the wounded feminine. And it's tapping into that. Where's that come from? If we can forgive this, if we can accept this, if we can not try to fix the past, but, heal it, and then act in a way that we had there in a lack of. So giving yourself what it was that was missing from your mother, from your father. When you can do that, when we can all do that as a collective, as human beings, we attract more of what's healed rather than what needs healing. When we're healing, our frequency is that of healing. What it is that we're healing in that moment, be it betrayal, be it being cheated on, be it anything like that, we are then attracting more people that are in that energy frequency. So definitely do the work. Focus on you. Heal you. Work that Empress energy. She's been through a lot. The Empress, the reason why she's so empathic, so creative, so intuitive, the reason why she can see bullshit flying at her a mile away and she will call it out, is because she's been through a lot. She's seen more than most people have had to see in their lifetime. She's healed more than most people have had to heal in their lifetime. She's been cut down and put back up. And she got herself back up every fucking time. That's who the Empress is. She works on this. She builds herself. She focuses on her internal, her receptivity, and she heals what is needed for her, and she gives herself that love. She gives herself that compassion, and she builds. And she becomes abundant. She is abundant, and because she is such abundant, because she is so divine, anybody that comes into her frequency can't help but heal. And they'll either feel jealous or angry that you're there and you're in this frequency that they have yet to even understand, let alone obtain. Or they will see awe in you and they'll want to be you and they'll strive to learn from you and grow and evolve from you. Either way, you're going to face hate, you're going to face love. That's the balance. But we stay balanced. We manage our emotions. We manage our internal. We stay here, grounded, experienced, but still giving, nurturing, compassionate. That phoenix rising kind of energy. You can't take her down. You're past the point of being able to be broken again. So that's not going to happen. Because you rebuild yourself every time. You know you can't be broken. And so the Empress needs her Emperor. Someone decisive. Someone with an ability to take control. Someone who knows how to take action. Someone who will protect her while she creates. Protects her while she guards and loves and nurtures what it is that he's brought in. And this is what the Empress is looking for and needing. And I'm sorry, there is nobody on this table right now in this energy, unless they bring all these energies together, that is worthy of you, of 100% you would be, this is fantastic. They still have growth to go. So that's a knowing, that's an understanding that has to come in within you, especially when if love coming in. When you are so evolved, when you have experienced so much and you have this energy within yourself, this reconciliation looks pretty serious, looks like it's going to be coming back around again. So that could be with that World card as well showing up. Is this one of those cycles that seems to show a pretty good pattern to you? And you know what this pattern is? And out of comfortability, out of fear of change, do we keep going on this same cycle, on this pattern, or do we jump off this wheel? Because I've got the Wheel of Fortune, which is an up and down, good times, bad times. That's the ebb and flow of life. And that's just reality. That's just what we go through. But if you can get through this period of uncomfortability and find your new comfortable and be open and receptive to whatever can come in as well, that could be this person healed, ready to evolve and grow with you on a higher frequency, more aligned with your frequency, more aligned to protecting his feminine instead of hurting his feminine. They're stuck, confused, and blocked. Temperance card I just saw in the middle of the deck again, so there's definitely an energy of reconciliation happening. The Lovers here is in reverse. This is saying to me that there is definitely not enough in this connection for it to survive. There's not enough self-love for this. I think within your individual, I think you've gained the self-love with that Empress energy. I think your person is the one who needs to heal. This is the Gemini card, and I've got Libra here. I feel like maybe you're a little bit stuck and confused, but your person is needing to realize that they have to try to find self-love so they can be love and give love unconditionally without the need for attention, the need for validation for who they are as a person. Because they need a lot of validation, it would seem. The King of Wands, he likes attention. And with the Six of Wands that I saw earlier as well, that they like attention too. So there's success and victory for you now. You get to come out of this conflict and you get to choose you and your happiness and feel that from within your actual soul for a time being. But it's getting to that place where you're able to. So expect that powerful change. I don't think you're expecting to be able to feel this good soon, but once you get settled within your energy and you're able to really see past the fond memories and the reasons how we got here in the first place, what's like perceptions versus reality, who we dreamt of them to be versus who they actually are. But if they come in you and they come into you, your energy, and their energy is healed and they are of an Emperor energy, whoopee, fantastic, they're ready. They're ready for your empressness. They're ready for your ability to create and grow and build and all those, what you can offer. Anybody below the Emperor has really still got some evolving to do in order to be able to become in that same energy as you. They got some time to go, some growing up to do. And that's usually that's anybody coming into your energy right now that I can see. So you made the right choice. You would feel it, Melly. You would feel it, one, but you would also see it in their actions. Because remember, words can be used to manipulate, actions show. So if your person comes back healed and they've got all the wonderful words and they're saying everything that it is that you wanted to hear, but then they're still not following that up with their actions in which it takes to prove the healing has been done, then they're not healed. They're manipulating you. Healed is proven. And it takes time. It takes time. It takes acceptance. Because even when we become aware of what it is that's needing healing within us, it can be a process of unlearning it. Because once you know it, you're more aware of it. So now you're more conscious of that within you, that shadow work, right? Now that we're conscious of that within us, we may attract more energetically situations, people, places, and things to trigger us in that area in which needs healing in order to heal it. Because One way to overheal something is to redo it. One way to heal something is to do it again, do it differently, do it better sometimes. Or sometimes we need to go back to go, what was the lesson within that? What was the lesson within this? What didn't I learn? Why isn't that healing? I have another donation here by a Laura. Laura, if you're here, my love, I can't wait to do your reading. I just want to go take a quick toilet break and then I'll be right back. That's right, Jamie Lee, never give up on yourself. Especially if you've got children, because your children need to see you putting you and loving you first. Because I tell you what, especially I know with my daughter as well, I don't want her feeling like she's got to protect me and protect my feelings and all those sorts of things because she's worried about me. And I'm like, well, no, be 8, man. Be a kid, have fun, explore, do all those sorts of things. I'll worry about the big stuff, but our kids still worry about us. So if they see us worrying about the big stuff, they're worried about the big stuff too. So we just got to, you know, own our shit, own our life, own our healing that we need to do, heal it, but like really take control and charge of our lives, be our own masculine as well, our own protector, our own provider, protect our kids. That's how we heal that. And then that's when it just comes in. Okay, I'm going to go to a quick bathroom break and then we're going to be doing Laura, your reading, my love, if you're here. Oh, hi, Laura. Good, I see you. Beautiful. If you could think of your question while I'm gone, it'll be only 2 seconds. If you could think of your question and get ready to type that for me when I get back, that'll be great. Hiya, hiya. Okay. Oh, goodbye, Jamie Lee. Have fun being my mum. Okay. Laura, welcome. How can I help you? What's your question, my love? I'm questioning everything. What do I choose? Wow, I know that feeling. That's usually the time in which we just try not to choose anything at all. honestly. It's like when life is throwing us so many options, and when we've got all these things to choose from, or if there's no options at all, and again we're trying to choose, you know, trying to make a choice. What next? What now? That's usually almost always the time in which that we need to just go surrender. And surrender is important because surrender allows us the time to reflect, really, and just be in the moment. And sometimes it's really helpful to just be and sit in the moment and just allow the space to clear in that way, and then see what comes in. I just want to do a little cleansing for us. Thank you for the roses, Melly Melly. Okay. I think I'm gonna use Akashic for you and Golden Path. And I'm gonna light some cloves as well. Send you some protection. Okay. All right. Let's go. Laura, can I get next 3 months, please, Spirit? Next 3 months. Show me the energies to look out for the next 3 months. Thank you. This is Laura. Intricacies and industry is here. Next 3 months, angels, ancestors, spirit guides for Laura, please show me what we need to be most aware of for the next 3 months to help us make the clearer decisions. Angels, ancestors, and spirit guides for Laura. Thank you. 2 more, please. 2 more, please, for Laura. My collarbone hurts. We get more than 2. I like that. You get the sun at the bottom of the deck. What have we got at the top of the deck? Queen of Swords. I saw that in my mind's eye when I was in the pre-shuffle. Gemini energy, Libra energy. Okay, we've got Libra energy here again as well. I've got Taurus energy here again as well. Okay. Good thing is, over the next 3 months, you're going to be feeling very good financially, materially abundant. This is being full of love, full of life, full of creation. This is being very fertile as well. So if you're not planning on having any babies, definitely look into other means of protection, so on and so forth. I just needed to make that there. What you need to be aware of over the next 3 months. There is something here about a vehicle, a car. Could be a Cancer, but I don't feel that. I don't think this astrological. Could be a Cancer sign. But I'm seeing this as the Chariot card. And what I'm seeing here is there's actually something going over. So I'm asking, what do we need to be aware of from the Most High? The Chariot in reverse is showing me that there seems to be some kind of blockage with your vehicle or transportation. There's a delay in transportation, a delay in getting from A to B. Right? You need to get to C, but there's something in between A and B that's stopping you from being able to get there. Something to do with this block in transportation. You've also got the Devil card here in reverse as well. Could be a Capricorn, but I feel like this has more got to do with the fact that you are really... You have released something incredibly toxic in your life, or you will be, over the next few months, over the next 3 months, releasing some incredibly toxic energies from your life. And with the Queen of Swords here at the top of the deck and with the Sun at the bottom, that's definitely showing me that you have been cutting out people, places, and things that no longer serve you. You've been tapping into your intelligence. You've been on a higher frequency of knowledge, being in this Queen energy and being able to be receptive to information. And while you've been tapping into your intelligence and tapping into this, incredibly direct energy, you have told those who have shown you dishonesty and shown you disrespect the door. And you've put up your sword of truth. Now you're at the point where you're able to put your sword down and think and reflect on these choices that you've made. So this is the next 3 months. You've made some very logical, sound decisions, and they've come from from your higher truth, being the Queen of Swords, like a higher truth, a higher intellect. The Sun being at the bottom could have been dealing with a Leo. You could have Leo energy in your chart, highly aspected. But this is illumination. This is truth. This is ultimate happiness. This is excitement. Look how she's standing in a field, and like the sun is so bright. She's incredibly free. I get a sense of freedom when I'm looking at her in this card, a feeling of, I can see, and in the beginning of your reading when I sat down, the sun came out outside as well. The light, and it's just happening again now. The light in the room changed. So there's some changes, Laura. There's been some, you've done some cutting out. You've done some blocking. There are those who you've had to cut out from your story. And the fact that you've done that, you've released yourself from the devil. You've detached yourself from a negativity, a negative energy, a toxic energy that seems to be draining you. Went to jail and now he's out and wants contact. Okay. There is definitely your wow. I'm going to get to the Seven of Scrolls in a minute. And the reason being is because that's got to do with you in career, most certainly. Answering another one of your questions for the next 3 months. Somebody sees you as you are coming into like some stability, some abundance. You're very stable. Or this could be your mother as well. This is an older woman. This might even be your mum, Laura, somebody more mature than you or older than you. Now, this person is incredibly organized, incredibly stable, incredibly giving, okay? They're home a lot. This person stays home a lot. Now, with this, maybe... Energy vampire, yes. So blocking this person out is required. Just because somebody's your blood sibling doesn't mean you have to have much to do with them. Just so you know, there's a reason why we connect with our energies. There's a timeline there. I did not know that your brother was similar to mine, but I don't have any contact with my younger brother for the fact that I tried to help him after his first incarceration. I tried to help heal him. I tried to look after him, but he would just still be so nasty and so angry and wouldn't do the work that he had to do in order to grow and evolve. He ends up back incarcerated and then deported. Deported to, back to our home country where there is no more family, there is no more support, there is nothing there. And he would still get fake profiles and stalk my profiles on social media just to slander me there or call me names there, and they're the most derogatory style of names. So I will not have anything to do with that person, brother or not, blood or not. That individual is a toxic energy in my life. They bring my frequency down. They wish ill will upon me, and I believe this, whether they want to or not, this person's in a frequency in which they can't help but be negative. This is being negative. So with this being in the reverse, you've been trying to avoid that. Now I feel like you're a little bit unsuccessful in avoiding that. There is something with your car or a vehicle. Are they wanting you to pick them up from somewhere, collect them? This is what's going on here. Maybe your mom's going to pick them up. they have a baby mama or a child on the way. Somebody has a child on the way with this mother card as well, or somebody's saying that they're pregnant and they're lying about it. There's that could be over the next few months as well, or something that's coming in for you. There's a fair bit going on in your world, I can tell you that. You've definitely done some release of releasing some toxic, negative energies that have come into your life. And that says to the universe, that says to the law of the frequencies, the law of spirit, whatever it is that we want to call it, God, angels, Jesus, the light's coming in, baby. Do you see that? The light changing. Happiness is coming. The truth. You've seen the truth. You've seen the light. Now you're able to experience the light, experience the truth, experience happiness because you've let go of the devil. You've cut out people, places, and things that no longer serve you, that drain your energy, that try to use you as a puppet as well, that manipulate you. You've been manipulated. I think your brother is tries to manipulate in order to get what he needs, self-serving. And I'm not trying to be negative, but you've seen this as well. Now with this, there's definitely something with this person and the vehicle that's coming in together. Now here, Queen of Pentacles, the Empress, and the number 3 keeps coming out to me a lot, 333. So I feel like these are 3 different people that I'm being shown here. Yourself, a mothering energy, and somebody who is doing the looking, doing the spying, doing the investigating there. I think this might be your brother that's very aggressive within their communication, extremely impulsive, and accusationary. Like there's lots of accusations, almost. I don't know why I hear paranoids, like drug-induced paranoia maybe, something along those lines. This person's very, they're very analytical, they're very intelligent, but their perception's off. So with that person's energies who's off, that's my cousin. Okay. So with that person and their energy who's off, they're really smart, they're very intelligent, but they're very aggressive, impulsive, immature. And somebody's trying to help them. If they got a child on the way, somebody's got a child on the way, or expecting a child, or will be explaining about expecting a child over the next 3 months as well. So these are just a few things that are coming in for you and some confirmations of what's going on. I want to clarify with this Chariot in reverse though, just before we go into the industries and intricacies. Oh my God, there's the Page of Swords again. Okay, can you confirm the Chariot please, Spirit? Chariot please. Any others? Okay, that's interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah, come on a road trip, come on a drive for me, pick me up, take me here. Something about the car. It's not going to work. Car doesn't work. Car's broken down. There's something wrong with the vehicle. It's not worth it. There's something about a new adventure, a new road trip. They're no way. Thank you so much for that comment, Michelle, but I'm actually not tired. I have got a lot of rest. This is what you call a sinus infection, which I get frequently. But I try not to comment too much on people's appearance. It's just not nice, good or bad. So your mum does a lot of work for nurturing and caring and looking after others, and what they've been putting in and giving to other people is quite a lot. And what I'm actually getting out of this energy is that person's doing quite good at keeping balanced and grounded and together at this time. But there's still an element of that person needs to also nurture themselves as well. There's a feeling of that this mum needs some love too at this point. Okay, and that might actually be an example of some of the types of energies that you've been dealing with. I know that person thought they were being nice with what they were saying, with like, good God, girl, you look tired, get some rest. But that's actually a very shadowy thing to say. It's a very ego place to be speaking from. It shows that you're sitting there looking at me, not listening to what I'm saying. You're judging me on what I'm looking. You're being judgmental, how I look. You're trying to find fault, and you found it. And then you spoke it as well, which just goes to show where people's negativities are, where their own internal reflection is. Not happy about the way that they look. And when we're not happy about the way that we look at others and we look for their flaws, we look for their faults. So, you know, when I get comments like that, I generally try to ignore them. But we've had a live today about a lot of people's internal healing, about self-reflection and looking within, what the dark and the light is, the shadow and the light. And that is the ego self. The ego self needs to compare. The ego self needs to always look externally rather than looking within. So comments like, oh my God, girl, you look so tired, get some rest. When you don't even know my story, you don't know what I've been doing, that I work 2 jobs, I do this all day. I'm also a full-time mum. I'm a full-time single mum. So sometimes just getting some rest is not an option for me. I'm building an empire and I'm raising a child and I'm moving house, and I also get sick and I get the flu, and I'm, you know, healing as many people as I possibly can. So to sit there and say something like, my God, girl, get some rest, when that's actually, you know, 6 hours sleep is about as much as I can actually bank on a night getting. And that's if I don't get any interruptions, like an emergency reading that comes through for somebody who's needing my help and assistance at 2 o'clock in the morning. But it's actually 8 o'clock in the morning their time because they're somewhere else in the world. You know what I mean? It's very judgmental of you to say, but what that says about you is that you're judging yourself, the mirror effect. And yes, unfortunately, as much as I can see, I am still a human and I have human experiences, and I do get sick and I do get infections, but I have a sinus infection right now. I feel a little bit in my jaw. I feel a little bit around my eyes. Like you can see, I get a little bit swollen and puffy around my eyes. But I'm not that sick that I can't sit here and use 90% more of my energy to give clear, honest messages to help those in need. So I'm still very spiritual. I'm still very well. I'm in a good well-being. My well-being is high. I'm of high frequency. So, you know, I feel like educating people on what energy is, and that energy that individual is in, to be able to make a comment like that shows that that person's in an energy of lack of self-worth, a lack of self-appreciation, probably tired, needing some rest, whatever it may be. And it's needing to go within and look at that instead of going, oh my God, girl, get some rest. Be like, oh my God, she looks tired. She probably needs some rest. I wonder if I'm tired. Do I need some rest? Get internal. Go within. We're always outward. And the fact that you have to say something, what about me, makes you feel so inspired to say such a negative comment. You're not helping me or being nice in saying that. You know you're giving me a backhanded slap. Or trying to be give me a backhanded slap from your own insecurities. If you don't like me, don't be here in my life, don't follow me. But you still will. Because there's something within me that you have within yourself. Strength, agility, peace, a higher frequency. It doesn't matter what kind of flu or sickness I get. I can still sit up and come here and do my job. A lot of people call in sick. I center myself, I ground myself, I tell myself, I have a choice, and I choose peace, and I choose happiness. So what if I look tired while I'm doing it? I'm still doing, and I'm not making excuses. And life's about not making excuses. So we've got to try to relieve ourselves from judgment in our life. We've got to stop judging people. It's a negative frequency. It's only attracting more negativity in your way, back to you. It's an energy transfer. So transferring that kind of energy to me, to anybody, that kind of back and forth communication, like, oh girl, your hair looks so good. Oh, you shouldn't wear pink. That's not your color. When you know this person's put a lot of effort to go and, you know, feel their best. Or maybe they didn't feel their best when they left the house and you've just helped them feel worse. And now they've lacked their confidence because they're needing your validation. Do you see the picture? It's a big picture, right? We can't talk like that to people. If you wouldn't say it to yourself, don't say it to others. And if you would say it to yourself, what the fuck, man? Give yourself some love. It's okay to love yourself. You're not full of yourself. If you take yourself out to dinner and give yourself a bath and give yourself positive talk, self-talk, that's how you get it back. 7 of Scrolls. Laura. So you probably deal with people like that. You might get gaslit often. And if that is the case, I'm sorry, because nobody deserves to be gaslit. But most people who are gaslighting it because of insecurities, because they've got their fears. Now, I believe this has got to do with career choices. So if we're looking over the next 3 months, Laura, let's have a look at what this has to say. Work on Renaissance cathedrals has just begun. At first, the building seems modest, but in time, its grandeur will reach several stories high and across the centuries. But now, piles of stones and rocks dot the scene. A mason bends, focusing intently on a plumb bob that hangs next to a partially built wall. This instrument helps him determine if the wall is straight and true. At a very basic level, this card could indicate building or renovating a home or business. This card also shows that you're on your way to greatness. Yeah. But it requires attending to the event. On your way to greatness. But it requires attending to even the tiniest of particulars. Be diligent with the specifics in your strategy and pay considerable attention to detail and follow through. While you may have a long-term goal in mind, the small steps are what's important now. Even the most magnificent cathedrals were built by stone by stone, day by day. It's all by heaping up the small that the great can be achieved. My daughter, she's 8, she watches these videos on YouTube, and it's this beautiful, I think, where is it? It's somewhere in the Amazon, and this woman, by hand, builds her home. And so she walks, I don't know how long it is she's walking, but it looks like a fair distance, and she makes this trip back and forth, what looks like 1,000 times a day. And each time that she leaves, she comes back and she fills this bucket. And she fills this bucket, she uses her hands. So she's digging the mud from the bottom of this water canal, this water area, little river. She digs up the mud that's down the bottom and fills this bucket. She carries this bucket to where it is that she's leveled out the land. And she starts making these bricks. And so she starts by making them bricks. So she carries over all this mud. She builds all these bricks. And then once she's finished making enough bricks, she then starts putting them all together, which she needs more mud for, mind you, because now she's needing to get them to seal in between. So she's still going and collecting more mud, and she's walking backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. This woman's going all day long. She drinks water, but you don't really see her stop to eat too much. She doesn't need too much fuel. She's fueled by passion. She's fueled by purpose. She's motivated by her well-being. Her well-being, her need for structure, her need for cover, her need for home, her need for somewhere to sleep, to be comfortable, to rest, is her motivation. So if we look at it at that, life, our well-being is our motivation. What inspired her to build? Well, that's other people having homes, that's other people having shelter, that's knowing that there is something more than what she's already got. So that inspired her. And what motivated her was what she knew she could have. So it all comes together, and she's building, and it takes God knows how long. But she finally finishes the construction of her home. And she sleeps and she builds her bed and she sleeps on this construction. And this bed, let me tell you, here I am sleeping on my comfy Posturepedic Sealy mattress. And the bed that she's made is out of bamboo with a tiny bit of thin fabric that's laid over the top. All these bamboo sheets that she's tied up together and made into this bed. She's even built the frame to lay the bamboo sheets on. And then she continues to mold her house as well. She even goes to the extent of actually creating a feature wall, like a mud brick feature wall, and putting like a Balinese sort of style lotus flower, so she could create an altar inside this place where she will be living, that she was so inspired and motivated to build. All she started with was with her bare hands and nature. And with her bare hands and with her inspiration and with her motivation, she turned a thought, a motivation, and inspiration into her reality. And all the actions and the steps that she took to build this allows her to lay down in her efforts. This is her karma. She's getting to feel the energy of what it is that she's created from the ground up, how she's put in all that effort, all that time, all that love. She now sits and she collects her fish and she goes back to that river where she dug all that mud from, and now she's collecting fish and she's collecting protein and food sources. She's collecting fresh water to boil as well. She makes a soup. She gets all these vegetables that she's already had planted over in the background there. So her garden's now half ready for harvest. Now her house is built. And everything that she's got, everything that she's eating, she's put the energy into. She's grown. She's given it life. She's now eating. And my daughter asked me, she's like, wow, Mum, I would love to live like that, but it looks rather difficult. It looks rather hard. And I sort of agreed with her at first, but then when I had a look at the bigger picture of it and I had a look at the grand scheme of things, I'm like, wait a minute. She didn't look like this was hard for her at all. She kept on, she had a smile on her face. Her energy was calm and relaxed. Her motivation and inspiration made this building and all this effort not feel like work at all. So when it comes to your purpose, when it comes to your journey in life, when it comes to career, when it comes to work, when it comes to what it is that you've got to do and what choices to make around that, what inspires you? What do you wake up and what is it that makes you feel motivated? Almost always it's our well-being that's going to make us have motivation. Our well-being first. And so work on your well-being. Make sure you're well in being. And then from when you're well in being, you're then able to sort of go to that next stage and have well-being. But also then create more because you're well enough. You could go back and forth from that lake 100 times a day with no actual effort at all, no extra fuel. At the end of the day, she's cooking her fish, she's eating her soup, and she's drinking her water, of course. But she didn't need that through the day. She was able to go and go and go because she had the motivation, she had the inspiration. She could put in all that time and energy without it feeling like work or effort. And if we're waking up every day going to a job we hate, taking transportation that we hate, working with people that we don't get along with, we don't vibe with, that bring in our energy down, family members that bring our energy down. If that's what we're constantly in around, if our external environment isn't conducive to what it is that we're trying to build for our life, because externally we're worried about all these other things that are outside of ourselves. Keep in mind, she was completely on her own. Every choice that she made was for her, what she wanted. And she's in abundance. She has everything she could possibly want right there. And us looking at that would be like, well, she's got nothing. But not to her. She has everything she could possibly have dreamt of. And she worked for it as well. She put in the time, energy, and effort. And there it was in the palm of her hand. She has this reality. But you know what? She didn't stop there. She then built a pool. And she carried this water from this lake, little by little, to fill this pool up. And then she dug a hole and got the bamboo and then made this big, it was just amazing. And if anybody's interested to see it, I might find a way to be able to share it with you, because it was the most inspiring video of independence as well, and how independence can be so rewarding. But what it really taught me and what I really saw from that, from watching that and the conversation I had with my daughter, is that it really comes down to if it inspires you, if you feel motivated, it's not even about feeling motivated, because your well-being will keep you motivated. Your well-being, your need for shelter, your need for food, your need for luxuries is going to keep you waking up, going to that job that you fucking hate every day. For some of us, it keeps you going home to the home that you hate every day, the husband that you hate, the wife that you hate, the family that you hate. Your motivation, your well-being keeps you motivated because you go back to that home and the people or the family that you hate because it's still a home. It's still stability. Change is a little bit difficult. I at least know this. Your well-being will motivate you. But your inspiration. So Laura, when it comes to your career, when it comes to your purpose, what inspires you? What drives you? What is that Ace of Wands moment for you? Because I feel like the Ace of Wands coming in reverse that popped out earlier. I feel like you feeling lack of inspiration, lack of being inspired. You're motivated, but there's no inspiration. And I think once you're able to find what inspires you, what builds you up, you will be able to really go forward and achieve those goals. Blank slate, baby. It is pretty incredible, Melly. I'll try and share it to my YouTube channel if I can, or at least I'll be able to share a short, and that short will like take you to the actual video. I'm a little nervous about you bringing up car because to be for work has been hard lately. Okay. What I might get you to do, Laura, if you've got a real specific question to ask, send me a message on my Instagram. So the link is in my bio. If you send me a message to my Instagram, I'll do a separate read on the actual car itself. Now remember too, that energy's come up probably because that's that energy that you're already worried about with that car. That's probably suggesting that maybe over the next 3 months, there's still maybe a worry of yours. It still may be something that you're worried about. It's still a concern of yours. That's not saying that there won't be any changes with it. It just says that that's in your energy and your frequency at this point. And it can carry on over the next few months. And again, how do we manifest? How do we change that frequency? What is with the car that needs fixing? What is with the car that needs changing? So if there is something with the car, message me. We'll get right into that one. I'll ask deeper questions. For some reason, I feel like it has something to do with the releasing of the toxicity as well. So maybe the negative thoughts around the car. Hi, Rosa. How are you, my love? Hello. Natural Spragger, my love. I thought I saw you there. Can I read for you, my darling? Do you have a question? Rosa, I love you. Hello, my love. Melly, yes, please. Can you send me a message to my Instagram? Just in case I run out of time, because I do have to collect my daughter at 3. So which means I have to hang up in like 30 minutes. The Natural Spragger, how can I help? You stunning being, you. You natural hurler. She's a hurler. Honestly, don't have a question. I just felt like donating you. I love you. Let me pull the card for you anyway. I'll get you an oracle. And a blessing. Let's do a blessing for you, Natural Spragger. How about that? Would you like a blessing? Blessing of love and protection. Great to see you too, my sweetheart. Never apologize. Time offline is good. I'll do a spell for you, Natural Spragger. Yeah, now that you've said yes, you're all open to receive love. Protection, but wealth and success as well. Easy money, easy money, unconditional love, prosperity and abundance. Now we need some clove to make sure the protection is set. And this is actually cast on a bed of dried lime. I won't tell you everything because it's a little secret magic mix I've got. But this is on a bed of real strong magical materials in here. And it's been blessed and enchanted over time as well. There's so much involved in what goes into the base of my blessing spells. So it looks little here, but within there, I know that doesn't look very nice. You can't see it, but it's actually quite pretty if you really see in there. Three cloves for protection. Protection from gossip. Protection from negative energies. If you smell a cigar, you can smell this. That was fierce. Woo! Wow, you're heavily protected already. Hi, Lucia. Or is it Lucia? Just add a bit of that in the middle. Is that popcorn? Because this doesn't smell like popcorn, but I smell popcorn. It's like butter popcorn, and this definitely does not smell like popcorn. This smells like sage and cinnamon and sugar and honey and lime and orange. Natural Spragger, let's get you a Moonology to finish this out. Natural Spragger. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, guide me clearly. Allow us to hear clearly, see clearly, feel clearly. Thank you so much for the gifts and the likes. Natural Spragger, please show us clearly. Thank you. Ooh. Did you know, okay, did you see the flame on that spell? That was fierce. That was hot. The heat that came off it. And I can tell you now, if you're a caster and you are a green witch, which is, I kind of I don't fit into anything. I just only really use herbal magic and intentional magic and those sorts of things because I believe in the frequencies and energies. Rituals are cool, all those sorts of things. But anyway, the flame, it was very fierce. The heat, strong. Then you get luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius, luck is on your side. This is very auspicious time for you, man. There are some really good energies coming in for you. And I know it's got a lot to do with the fact that you've been doing a lot of self-worth choosing. You've been choosing a lot more of yourself and a lot more frequently and saying no to the no and yes to the yes to what feels like yes. That's what I mean. No to what feels like no. Yes to what feels like yes. Every now and again, you may need a little bit of extra confirmation, but your connection to your higher self is pretty insane. It's pretty good. Not insane, it's good. People call that insane because it intimidates others because they're like, oh, fuck, she can read my mind. But sorry about it. Okay, what's coming in? What's the spark? What natural sparkle? What is this? What is this? I'm excited. Okay, most certainly when it comes to you, like I know how entrepreneurial you are. Your spirit's very entrepreneurial. I still get that Virgo energy, even though I know you're not Virgo. I just get that Virgo energy whenever you tap into me, that groundedness, that you're a healer, natural healer. Anyway, luck is on your side. There is some travel coming up for you. If it's not travel, it's an absolute good turn of a new cycle. You've completed something, you've entered something, you've got the World and the Ten of Swords. Like I was saying before, with all this work you've done on yourself, with all the healing that you've done, with all of what you've said no to, you've told the universe what it is that you say yes to. With the blocking out and the people who are not worth collaborating with, Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Like you not working with people who don't work with you, who won't be able to work with you cohesively over time. You know what I mean? That they don't work well with others. Now, maybe also too, with that Virgo energy too, that I do pick up for you, sometimes maybe you don't work well with others. Maybe you're so entrepreneurial spirited that you're actually far better working on your own, which is also the energy that I get out of this. There is some kind of completion to that. Either there's a completion to the cycle of collaborating with others and you're now coming into working totally independently, and that's the luck that's on your side with your independent business, with your entrepreneurship, which is what I feel with the Three of Pentacles there. Or you're coming out of the cycle of not being able to really collaborate with others, not being sure how to collaborate with others, maybe even having a fear of collaborating with others because in the past that you've been betrayed. In the past, you've been betrayed when you have worked with others. You know what I feel that? And so this is what your luck is changing. There is a brand new opportunity. You're going to get the communication of this. Page of Wands. This is a relocation. This is maybe a move. This is a new opportunity. This makes you very fucking excited. Look at the way she's throwing that stick in the air. She's like, oh, fuck yeah. Sorry about my language. But this is incredible. I'm Australian. In Australia, we swear a lot when things are really good. Like, swearing's a positive thing. It's our language. It's our second language. This is very exciting. You've got a very exciting opportunity that's coming in. Another 10. Completion. I am so proud of you. Luck is on your side. A new beginning in love. Oh, no. You swear a lot too? No way. Natural spragger. No wonder why I started dropping the bombs the second you come in, like for your reading, because we're comfortable. I can be my natural self with you. But as I'm saying this, I saw the number 11. So there is a new opportunity in love, a new beginning in love. This is self-love as well. And this because you've shown yourself this self-love, because again, you've ended these cycles, you've completed. There's a move. 10 of Wands, there's a move. You're relocating. This is either inside yourself to a whole new level or actually in the material world, like moving. And this is lucky. This is very good for you. Oh my God, who's that? Okay, Ace of Cups. Who's this Ace of Cups? Is this somebody coming in? What's the Ace of Cups, Spirit? Air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Who's the Ace of Cups? Who's the Ace of Cups, please, Spirit? Who's the Ace of Cups? somebody, okay, Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands. Somebody is Ace of Wands. Oh, this is, okay, get your shit together, Nurmala. I'm sorry, I'm very excited. And I'm needing to collect myself. There is something big, a surprise. You're not going to expect this. This is coming out of the blue. This is coming out of nowhere because you're busy ending things. You're busy completing things. You're busy relocating, moving, something. Okay, there's something about collaboration and change in that. Now, with this new opportunity that this comes in, this relocation, this move, maybe a new home, something about this. Not only do you get utterly inspired when you get here, not only do you get utterly, like your intuition is on fire, your heart chakra activated. So what comes in? Somebody's coming in. Who is this coming in? Oh my, far out. That was the Ace of Pentacles. It's already there. Is this coming out? What is this? You're here every time. Is that not who you show up with every time? This is you. Every time that's you to me. You're doing things for yourself. Sisters are doing it for themselves. I feel like you're not collaborating with, you've got this inspiration, this idea. So you're ending cycles and you're having a new beginning. Luck is on your side. You're incredibly intuitive, incredibly tapped in to self-love, that you're attracting somebody in. You're going to have so many options. This little miss independent over here is going to have so many options to choose from that she gets a little bit confused. What do? I just saw the Six of Cups. There may even be a few past energies that are coming in, but there is a new opportunity that's coming in for you. The Ace of Pentacles wants to show itself. Hasn't quite jumped out yet, and if it does, Eight of Wands. In the antagonist position, Justice, Two of Wands. Oh my God, I swear to God, you're relocating or moving or looking to somewhere new. There is justice here on your side. Some decision that is made out of fairness and balance. You make a decision out of fairness and balance of what's right. You bring justice around your energy. This is Libran energy as well. You make a just decision. You make the right choice. This is telling me. This is making the right decision when met with many options and choices to face. Probably online choices. This is a lot of communication going back and forth that you're getting here. And this is the challenge, right? All this communication coming is maybe bringing a bit of confusion coming up. But that's because it's just like a big decision. This is a big thing. Oh, the Emperor's there. What are these? Seriously. See what happens when we choose ourselves? When you choose you, when you choose self-love, when you show the universe what you're willing to say yes to, what you are going to say no to. When you set the boundaries and stick to them. You know what I'm saying? When we set boundaries and then stick to them, we get our 10 of Cups. We get our stability. We get our happiness. This is happy home, happy life. This is so much of a happiness. All the cups are upright. There's rainbows. It's flowing. There's children. There's friendships. Like, my right palm is itching quite a lot. It's coming in, and it's coming in unexpectedly. There may be a drop in finances, a little drop in money, unexpected bills as well. And this might be what justice is coming about as well. You get some unexpected money that'll help you pay some bills that need paying. Wheel of Fortune is there. What else is the 10 of Cups? Who's the 10 of Cups? Who brings the 10 of Cups? Because you're manifesting. Oh my God. You're manifesting a brand new beginning. You're manifesting a brand new beginning. The manifestation card, the Magician, the Fool. Okay, there's Aquarius, there's Gemini, there's Aries, there's Libra. You've got almost every element here. You were just about to ask me about finances. Yeah, I feel like finances there's some unexpected bills or unexpected expenses that have come through for you with my right palm itching. And that came in as you were probably thinking that. Have hope. Seriously, trust that you're resourceful enough to make money happen, to also make things come in. But your luck is on your side. This is financial independence. This is a lot of independence. Material good. You're going to be fine materially. Money does balance out. There is some kind of family blessing that gets made, some judgment, justice that goes in your favor, and it makes you absolutely happy and excited. You're a manifester as well, so that Nine of Cups, Nine of Pentacles energy is saying to me, is definitely 100% saying to me that you need to manifest through hope. Manifest your new beginnings through hope. Hope. That's it. Taking the actions, being in the emotions, feeling it, writing it, doing it, whatever it is, there's an improvement for all of this to come in through manifestation, through your laws of attraction. You have a whole lot of new coming in, a lot of a new opportunity, and I think this is relocating, and it may be a new position at work, something to do with that makes you very excited, and this message is coming. It allows you to end the cycle. It may even have to do with something that you get to do on your own. This may be something that comes in that allows you to try something out there on your own or try to work with other people. That's a conflict for me. I can't really work that part out there because you are such an independent energy. That could be why. But maybe in order to have all this kind of togetherness, there's a need to work with others. That could be it too. But this manifesting through hope and taking a risk. This is a whole new beginning that you're manifesting and attracting in. Your wishes are coming true. You are going to get what you want. Just keep the hope alive. Keep the faith alive. This communication back and forth. There's a lot of options. There's a lot of choices. You will make the right decision. Spirit wants you to know the choice that you make for your future is the right one. Is the right one. The choice that you make is the right one. Strong message there. Trust your intuition. Trust your inspiration. Trust this divine guidance that you're feeling in your heart and your mind. When you feel this, you'll know. When this moment happens, you will know. You will feel it because you've ended cycles, babe. You've done so much. You've created so much good for yourself. You can't do much wrong right now. What comes in down the line, because you were asking about finances and the cards that was like turned over in the deck here, is the Ten of Pentacles, right? The Queen of Wands, Two of Pentacles, Knight of Wands. So this is having stability, having home, having finances, building a legacy, being busy and juggling quite a lot, and maybe juggling a busy lifestyle, work, home, foundations, business, but that's a lot going on. And being incredibly attractive and having somebody attracted to you. Now, this person who's coming in for you too may work in sales, may work as a teacher, may work in exports or imports of some kind, and or even on shipping, fishing boats or something like that. So they may be busy with work. And they may be in and out quite a lot with regards to juggling their responsibilities, but it's not because they're juggling women or juggling things like that. They are very attracted to you. They want home stability, longevity and commitment with you and loyalty with you, but this takes time to build all this sort of stuff, right? They're very attracted to you, and this is the person that's building it. But luck is on your side. Luck is on your side. There's the King of Cups, lovers. Yeah, there's a lot of energy that's coming in for you that's incredibly positive, and it's because the wheel's now turning in your favor. And it's because you showed the universe and got onto the frequency of self-love, which is inspiration. You've come out of a lot of heartache too, I think. And that's allowed you to gain a lot more. Theo, are you here, my love? You're so welcome, Natural Spragger. I hope that helps. That's pretty exciting, my love. Very exciting, and I actually felt called to do that money blessing and prosperity and love blessing right before your reading, so I hope you felt that energy come through. Sleep on that energy as well. Visualize your dream home, your dream life, your dream love right as you're falling to asleep. Accept it as you're waking up. That's how we do. Theo, are you here, my love? Thank you so much for this donation. Can I provide you with another reading, Theo? You're welcome, Natural. You're so welcome. Thank you for being here and blessing me with your beautiful presence. I love your energy. I just don't want to siphon it all from you. So I'm trying not to take it all from you because I might be greedy like that. I don't know. Thank you, Stunts. Yes, let's send positivity to everybody. Make a wish, 1111, make a wish. By the way, this new moon in Aries is a very good time to make a wish. Like, not manifest, make a wish. Send a wish out to the universe. Send a high intention to the universe. Thank you, Cooper. That is such a generous donation, Theo. Thank you so much. Is ZM stalking me? Let's see. Actual Spraggle, is ZM stalking me? Oh yeah. Is ZM stalking me? They're thinking of you a lot. They're in their feelings about you a lot, so you'd be feeling their energy with how intuitive that you are because you're on their mind. 6 of Cups. They've got a lot of good memories about you and a lot of regret. A lot of regret. They wish they collaborated with you. They wish they worked with you better. Oh, mother. Yeah. Are they stalking her, though? Yeah. I feel like they're rather than stalking you, I don't see them stalking. What I feel is like they're stalking you spiritually. Does that make sense? Mentally, emotionally. They can't get you off their mind. They're in a lot of regret for the actions that they took, for not offering you romantically, for love bombing you and then disappearing is what I get from this one, and not collaborating with you properly. So that's why you can feel him. You can feel him because he's in deep regret and deep sadness with fond memories of you and who you are. So I don't see him stalking physically, but stalking emotionally and mentally, spiritually, yes, 100%. That's why you feel it. Stunts. Will Shivani do well in her exams Thursday? Will Shivani, Theo, if you're here for another question, please, my love, I gave you a reading for free. You didn't have to pay for that one. I wanted to pay it forward for today. But I appreciate your donation. It's huge. Yeah, his energy is big, natural spragger. Okay. Will Shivani do well in exams on Thursday? Will angels, ancestors, spirits, will Shivani do well in exams on Thursday? Will Shivani do well in your exams on Thursday? Wrong deck. Will Shivani do well in exams on Saturday? Friday? Will Shivani do well in exams on Thursday? Will Shivani do well in exams on Thursday? What I'm getting here with okay. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, because they did jump and I might have got, but the energy that I'm getting here is that I feel like, was there a lot of cramming study in at the last minute? That's kind of what I'm getting here with the 4 of Swords upright. This is like sleeping on the information. This is like doing a lot before bed and kind of sleeping on the information. However, we do have the 7 of Pentacles in reverse as well. Now, when I'm seeing this card in reverse, generally the 7 of Pentacles upright is putting a lot of time, energy, and effort planting the seeds. What I see going on here is that this has all been, there wasn't really enough time, effort, or energy put into the study, put into this. And I think that's the pressure of this individual's worry right now, the choices that they made instead of, putting in the work and the effort and the energy. So they're a little bit worried about how the outcome's going to be. The current energy is that there may be a lesson here in giving up the devil, giving up temptations. Like with the devil in reverse here, I think what they need to heal from and what they might be needing to sleep on eventually is like maybe this exam won't go as well. They may pass still, but not as well as they could have. Not as well as that could be passed because temptations were met. challenge not accept, like challenge unaccepted, like challenge not made. I can't, like this is like kind of, they fell forward to temptations instead of being able to go no to friends, or no to this, or no to that, or no to a night out, or no to a movie, or no to scrolling on social media, instead of yes to just gotta do. Like more procrastination really is what I have from this. And procrastination, if we look at that, probably comes from the fact that maybe there was hesitation with regards to the topic, to the exam itself. I don't feel like it's going to go well, or will be less than. There'll be something taken away from us as a result of this. Maybe a bit of self-esteem, because my right palm itches when something's surprisingly leaving. There's something about the results of this exam that will be eye-opening for your daughter. She will have a moment where her heart is unlocked, where she's able to recognize what temptations are. It's like a little mini lesson, okay? And she may have 4 weeks before she can sit again. There's something about an exam, 4 weeks here as well, where it can happen again, and then getting an opportunity to really do it again better. If there was, she's avoiding it, or trying to avoid it with the devil in reverse. But the negative energy, the devil energy, is any kind of temptation, any kind of frequency in that we could, do better than what we do too much of. So this could be down to just watching too much TV, scrolling too much social media. It doesn't have to be drugs or sex or alcohol or anything like that. It can literally be anything that we just do too much of that's too tempting and takes us away from our higher frequency. But I feel like what I'm getting from those cards is that we kind of crammed it in. We didn't get enough in. We didn't get enough sleep as well before the exam. Or we might not get enough sleep before the exam. What would be the outcome? I don't think that they will pass. I'm getting more no's than I am getting yeses. I don't know if they're going to go well in the exam. No, and they're going to be incredibly emotional about it. And I do think this is a life lesson. And I don't always... people usually hate me when I give bad answers, but I'm like, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just seeing what I've got here. And I feel like it's going to upset yourself as well. Because I can see that you're going to be upset for them, for the lack of opportunity or new beginning that they get from not passing this exam. Is this like the be all and end all part of the exam? That's a big life lesson for your child to learn about due diligence and, commitment. Life is our lifelong teacher. Absolutely, Cooper. Yeah, I think your intuition's already telling you the truth. The Queen of Cups is here, definitely suggesting to me that you are an incredibly intuitive person, an intuitive mother anyway. And I think you're preparing yourself for her pain, for her acceptance of this situation. There's the Six of Cups suggesting that your children see it. This is kind of like justice though, isn't it? Like it works out that way. I feel like you might have even told her. Prepare. Your husband, are you still married? Because I've got the King of Pentacles here. Somebody who's very generous, very balanced, very caring, very giving. He's usually a husband, father, very, very loyal man. With the Death card here, which is also Scorpio energy, with the Death card here and the Four of Pentacles, I think there's something that's ending that's been held on to for too long. There's maybe something to do with finances. There's maybe something to do with the material world. So yes, your husband. Okay, so your husband's ending something that he's held on to for a long time. Maybe even 4 years. This is something that he might have kept close to his chest. Could be to do with money, could be to do with a job, something that we've held on for a while. But he's incredibly lucky, incredibly financially abundant, well, at least materially abundant, or at least he feels it if he isn't. And there's something to end with some kind of, I think it's like stocks or investments. There's some kind of investments that maybe he's been holding on to for quite a while that he's going to end. Some kind of investment, something to do with the children maybe, because the Six of Cups is here. There's definitely a completion of a cycle that's for the higher good of the family. That's for the higher good of everyone. It's the higher good of the savings as well. So some kind of ending to something in order to help us save and be more frivolous with our money. A lot of businesses have been having really bad months lately, and meaning it snowballs down, doesn't it? Even with this, there's a saving of finances. This is going like there's an ending to a need of maybe a completion of spending. Maybe this is a completion of vices. Like we're needing to sacrifice a few things in our budget to be able to make this all work out. But there's something that your husband is definitely having to let go of, or is letting go of, in order to save money to bring in money. And then we've got the Two of Pentacles as well. So maybe working a couple of jobs and taking a few extra responsibilities, balancing quite a lot. But I can tell you right now, doing a very good job at it as well. Managing things fine, getting a second opinions when it comes to contracts and legalities, if there's any kind of legal contracts or, employment contracts of any kind, especially if you're having to look over the contracts again, make sure everybody's if this has got to do with wages or anything like that, make sure that there aren't any adjustments within the business, within management that can be made. I'm feeling like your husband's very entrepreneurial, very business minded. I do get that here. And with the Two of Pentacles there, they're juggling quite a lot. There's quite a lot of responsibilities that we're keeping up in the air and, managing on the day-to-day. But, as long as we keep our feet planted firmly on the floor, we can stay balanced, right? There you are. Theo, thank you so much for your donation. That's not a small donation, my love. That is a massive donation. And I promise you, your energy, your transfer of energy, your generosity will be returned to you in abundance. I hope you feel everybody's love, my darling. And Theo, please, that is a very generous donation. Thank you so much. You must know that the magnitude of what you've just done. That is a big blessing that you've handed to me that I can now forward on to others. So you will be blessed in return. That's how karma works. That's not small change, my love. To me, your donation, what that means to me and my daughter is a few nights worth of food. A few days worth of food, actually, because this is my career. This is my job. I sit here and do this all day. The corporate world's kind of rejected me lately. I've gone from from earning $90,000 a year as my base wage with a car and a phone and everything provided for me, to COVID happening, to being a single mother with no full-time income, no child support, and this is my only income. So the fact that you've blessed me like that allows my daughter and I that takes the pressure off me for a couple more days about how we're going to eat. Not how we're going to eat. I always manage to make it work. But what you've done is incredibly generous. And I thank you so much for that, Theo. And I was glad I was able to help you with your reading, despite the message maybe not being exactly what you needed to hear right now. Wanted to hear right now. But the fact that you were so open to receiving the message and that you're open to receiving your healing, my love, you deserve far better than what the past was bringing to you anyway. So you have definitely been blessed in the fact of the removal of the negative energies from your life, allowing you the time to heal, allowing you the time to now draw in and attract what's right and good for you. Somebody of your frequency, somebody of your level, somebody who's not going to see you as the material version that you can offer them. But yes, I'm so sorry about your daughter's exam though. Thank you, Theo. Thank you so much for your daughter's exam. My love, it might not go in her favor at this stage, but there's definitely a balance of a life lesson for her within this. And if it does go in her favor, this is the other, my sinus infection. If it does go in her favor, there is still a life lesson within it. So there's still going to be a bit of double-edged sword kind of thing. Like, it's not as victorious as it could be had she had put in the time, energy, and effort. You know what I mean? Like, even if we do win, we don't feel like we've won when we haven't given it all that we've got. Does that make sense? So it doesn't feel like a win to her. She still feels emotional and she still gets emotionally upset. Probably, and it could even be with herself. Well, my loves, that is actually time for today. I will be back tomorrow. I have to go and collect my daughter from school. Mummy Judy's call. Thank you for following me. Thank you for all the gifts. Thank you for all your generous donations as well. I am extremely blessed to have you all here. I understand, stunts. And look, you're both very good parents as well. Can I just say with you, because of your intuition, your intuition may be a little bit blocked right now. Bye, modern King Mirath. Bye, beautiful. Bye. Bye, Cooper. Bye, everybody. But thank you for being here. Follow me if you haven't. Thank you, everybody, for your generous donations and what it is that you've brought to the table. I appreciate you all very much. I am most certainly going to be back tomorrow to go live again. But yes, it is definitely time for me to go and pick up my baby doll. I need to go get my little girl from school. Then we'll come home. We'll do a bit of homework. Theo, you didn't. Oh my God. I'm sorry to get emotional, but that is the most beautiful thing anybody's done. I can literally do an entire day of free readings tomorrow because of you. I won't have to do any, I won't charge anybody for readings. I can pay that forward for the rest of the week. Theo, thank you so much. I don't know what to say. I pray that you, every cent that you've sent my way is returned to you threefold or as much as it possibly can. Thank you so much. Bless you, Theo. I don't even know what to say. I don't know how to accept. I'm very independent myself. So, I love blessing people, but accepting blessings is difficult. So thank you so much. This is a lesson for me as well. Thank you, Stunts. Bless you, Theo. Thank you, everybody. Please, everybody send positive energy Theo's way. He's really feeling a lot right now and needing a lot of healing energy. And thanks to your donation, Theo, I'll most certainly have the time and energy and effort to put a really nice blessing spell together for you personally. And I hope you can feel that energy that I'll send your way. Thank you so much. I just don't know what to say. I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you, Theo. I don't know what to say. I really... Thank you so much. It really takes a lot. I'm sorry I can't thank you enough. I don't know how to do that. But I can most certainly send you so much positive frequencies your way so that you get the deserving what you deserve. And I always say, may you get what you deserve to everybody, because may we all get what we deserve, and your generosity will be rewarded, I promise you. Your compassion will be rewarded. You just gave so much compassion when you're suffering. And I can tell you what, that's the universal language of love, and the universe rewards that type of attitude, that type of energy and behavior. I promise you, you'll be blessed with what you want. Just get more specific with what it is that what you want. That makes sense? Like right down to detail. But I better go. I've got to go get my little girl from school. Thank you so much for everybody. Oh, natural spraga. Yeah, I do, but my candles are so heavy. The jars that I've created them to go in, the jars are glass, and it costs me more than the candle costs to buy, to post them. So I'm trying to create a different candle concept with a different, maybe pillars instead, or a lighter container, a lighter jar, so that my shipping costs aren't so expensive. Theo, thank you so much. It really does mean that, you know, tonight when I'm putting her to bed, or before putting her to bed. I'm not cramming in all my admin work, trying to develop more things to sell, like my journals and things like that I've got on Amazon. I mean, I'm always, when I feel the pressure of lack, then I'm constantly in action mode. I will let you know, Natural. I've got the pillar ideas down and a few molds that I'm going to try as well, and then still infuse the magic and still infuse the candles. But these jarred candles, man, they're so heavy. I didn't take that into consideration. And the ones that I have posted from Australia to, gosh, California, Fiji, where else have I sent them to? It's always cost me more than the actual sale of the candle to post them, which I don't mind, but it just means I can't do the donations to the charities, because the whole purpose of my candles is that $10 from every sale from my store of the candles, of the Signature Rain candles, they go to, yeah, it's funny, the lessons we learn, right? The $10 from every sale of my jar candles goes to Beyond DV, which is a domestic violence charity that helps support survivors of domestic violence, that allows them to afford the cost of relocation and children going through school, but also emotional and psychological support. And so the sales of those, of any product that I have created myself, including the journals and so on, for my business, Wise Body and Mind, those products, there is funds from that are donated to domestic violence charities here in my country, here in Australia. There was, just yesterday alone, there would have been 5 women killed in a domestic violence situation in Australia alone. 5. That we know of. And that's every day. So we need to get the awareness and all those sorts of things out there. Theo, once again, I cannot thank you enough. That is the most beautiful, most generous thing anybody has done in a very long time. I've had a few like that lately, but that is huge. Bless you so much, Theo. Bless you. And bless everybody else for being here. Thank you to all my moderators for being here. I got to go get my little girl from school. Well, I've got to make it there first. Oh, it's raining out there. We've got big storms at the moment. But then I'll be back tomorrow going live to read for as many of you as I possibly can. Thank you so much. I love you. Have a wonderful day. And I'll see you tomorrow. Anybody looking for a personal, more tailored one-on-one question, the link is in my bio to book. Thank you so much, loves. Thank you, Theo. Theo, stop. You don't need to do any more. What you've done is more than enough, I promise you. It's so much. I am a frivolous, frugal woman. I budget very well. Oh, Melly, you're in South Africa. Did you find my Instagram to send me a message? Because I do have some oracle cards I want to send you from memory, and some YouTube links to some videos on YouTube for freak sound healing frequencies. Oh my God, thank you. Thank you. I can give you a receipt for those because I'm registered business. I can give you a receipt. You're a gem. May you be blessed 1,000 times over. Yes, Melly, send me a message so that way I can send you the oracle cards. And anybody who's got any questions and does need anything, please follow me. Be here tomorrow. I'll be doing a day of free readings tomorrow now, thanks to Theo. He's allowed it so that I can pay it forward for an entire day. I'm South African as well, but in Papua New Guinea. Oh, wow. So Theo, if you're in Papua New Guinea, I've got 2 uncles, my uncle Mario and my uncle Michael. They're brothers. They married my aunties, my dad's sisters. And so my nieces and nephews are half Papua New Guinea, half British, because my dad's British. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Their nan, what a beautiful country, what a beautiful culture. But bye, everybody. I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to go get my baby. Thank you so much, Theo. Thank you for everybody for your generosity. I love you, love you, love you. See you tomorrow.